So you can feel some warmth on your body.
I'm just saying, dog. Especially if you're single, it's like, yo, just hug my nuts.
That's how I would de-wrinkle my clothes 2 ways before work. You know, it's either throw it straight in the dryer while I shower, or have it in the shower with the steamy shower, and just hope that gravity and the steam take care of it.
I never thought about that one.
It would work.
Yeah,
it would work if you have a small enough area.
Yeah. It's all enclosed.
If you have a big bathroom, then it's just gonna dilute. But if you're in a more closed, like that one will probably be perfect.
Perfect. Yeah. I never even thought of that. I didn't think that was an option.
Hey, you just
everything's an option until
you just gotta ask the universe, you know.
Yeah,
and it speaks to you.
That's how it speaks to you. Yeah, just fucking take the shower, take the clothes in there.
There's so much you could do with anything.
Yeah,
and everything.
Yep. Hit it.
All right, welcome to Digital Cortex, the podcast that just don't quit. And then my name's ThicccWick. That's Randomstylez.
What up?
And we have a special guest today. Go ahead, introduce him, because I don't remember all the venues.
So this is my main man. I know him from back in the days. We used to work together at the bank, original, in the O's. We knew each other in the O's, dude.
Yeah.
Before the 10s.
Before the 10s, yeah, bro.
Damn.
Yeah. That's how far we go back.
20 years.
Yeah.
That's a long time.
And I saw him online. We've always been friends, but I saw him online. I was like, "What's up, man?" And then we went to some comedy shows, and so you see him at Drop the Mic. You see him at everywhere, man. All the clubs in Arizona. You got Stir Crazy. You got. What else, man? Like
Stand Up Live,
Improv.
Tempe Improv.
I've heard of those last two.
Yeah. House of Blues. You go to House of Blues.
I know that one too.
House of Comedy.
House of Comedy.
Yeah.
How the fucking jazz
House of Blues. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Boom, 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 boom.
I'll sing on the side.
His Madame talents is what I'm trying to say. So just give it up for Phillip Jewell.
Hey, man. Thank y'all for having me, man. I'm excited to be here today.
One of those. Just hit it, man. There we go.
Hey.
So you didn't even know, man.
I didn't even know, yeah. Yeah, I'm going to take that. And I feel like I need to freestyle.
And then I made one. This one? No.
Huh?
Hey.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Cypher Saturday.
Metro Boomin.
Yeah, bro. I'm about to hit the pin and get high. Let's do this.
So what's good, man? What you been up to, man?
Shit, nothing, man. Just trying to work. Getting back into the rhythm of shit. Getting really back into the comedy. Trying to really hit it hard this year. I met with somebody, man. Fucking getting signed, getting a manager.
Oh, okay, nice.
Yeah. So this is 2025, man. The breakout year, the year that you really hit it.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
There's so much growth here too, man. Shows are gonna keep getting bigger and bigger. You know, like
people sleep on our scene.
The Phoenix area is the fastest growing. And then the other cities, Glendale, you got Chandler, you got Scottsdale. These are all in the top 25 of fastest growing cities, dude. Like,
yeah, and then we get especially in comedy, man. Like we have so many clubs.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, to choose from. Not so many other areas have so many clubs to perform at. You know what I'm saying? We have 5 major clubs out here to choose from.
It'd be cool if they were closer, like if it was like a block or two where you could just bam, 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 bam. You could hit them all.
Yeah,
that would be fun.
I didn't even know that. To me, all I've ever seen is
Stand Up Live,
and Tempe Improv.
Yeah,
I hear about the Tempe Improv on the radio. Never been.
Yeah, you would think you'd be more stir crazy because you stay out here on the west side.
I didn't even know where that is.
It's
but
in Westgate.
Sounds like Westgate.
Yeah.
So you just hop right over
He's
there.
He's kind of in the middle though, because he's not that far from Chandler.
Yeah, I'm not
area.
that far from anywhere.
Yeah, but the new freeway.
Yeah, I mean he just because I've left his house and went to the Drop the Mic. down there. So really not that bad.
No, yeah, it's a good area to especially move, especially with that new freeway to get there.
Yeah.
It
It was
opened
cool when it opened and, no one had driven on it. So you go and look at it and it's like, wow, so black.
It was kind of weird driving on it, like when there was barely anybody driving on
so
it.
smooth.
Really?
Oh, yeah, no one cracked it up yet.
Yeah.
Hadn't gone through rain yet.
I know, I hadn't gone through a summer of burning and
Didn't
melting.
do any of that. Just it was crisp. It was nice.
I hate Arizona rain. I ain't gonna lie. I'm just so mad that the lines in the street disappear. Why?
Dude, I don't know, man.
Why?
They got to figure that out, dude. And it's also the heat, dude. I don't think anything can survive in the 150 degrees that the road gets. I mean, I don't even know what it gets to.
It wouldn't be that bad if they invested in more trees. Because if they put trees and you get shade, then the area can't get that hot.
It's true, man. We need some fucking umbrellas.
If you ever been to Arizona, you just look around, you see them ugly ass green trees. For every monsoon, they blow over and break.
Yeah, because they're supposed to be like
indigenous.
Palo Verdes? Is that what they are? Yeah.
Is that what they're called?
Mm-hmm. Palo Verdes and the mesquites. Those are the big ones.
I think it's a mesquite.
I had one
bro.
just trample my bush.
The fucking things just
During
blow
one of
over.
the storms, yeah.
Yeah, the arm will just break off and take something out in the yard, dude.
I used to ride to work. I used to see them all the time after a storm. Just branches everywhere on cars and shit.
Yeah, you look over, the motherfuckers are always broken.
Insurance don't cover it.
That's your own fault.
Yeah, right.
Should have known.
California, they're like fires, no. Fucking Arizona, it's like trees, no.
Exactly.
Yeah, we get those haboobs or whatever they want to call it, those dust storms.
Yeah, the haboobs.
There you go.
They used to be bigger when we were kids.
I feel like it. We get some. We used to get some bad ones. Yeah.
I feel like that makes sense because of development. Because there would be something for every. Because if you think about the dust coming in from one direction, right?
It's not hitting anything, no buildings.
Yeah, and if there's more concrete and grass and greenery, then it's picking up less dust as it moves.
I'd imagine, because I just remember as a kid, you look at fucking News Channel 3 or something, you're like, oh shit, look at the big wall of fucking dust coming over the mountain, and then you would run outside and then try to run back inside before it hits you.
Yeah. The see it coming is kind of weird too.
Yeah, these have
Dude, it looks like a wall, just you're like, okay, this is coming.
Okay, yeah, and then you see it on TV and you go outside and you're like, oh yeah, I can see this motherfucker just coming towards me.
Orange or whatever color behind the sun, dude.
I was visiting my sister. She was living out here before I was, and that's the first time I encountered one of those.
So you came in the summertime?
Yeah, so we were driving and she was like, we were shopping, and then when we came out of shopping, it was coming. And so we were driving, and she's like, you just have to pull over. I'm like, what are you talking about? This is like something out of a Stephen King movie or some shit. It's like The Mist. It's going to take us all. But she's all calm about it. She says, it'll blow over. It's like, it's normal. It's like, flying dust is not normal.
And it's a lot. You can't see. And then they say, you're supposed to turn your lights off, right? Because then people think they're following you and they just run into you.
I thought you're supposed to put your hazards on.
I don't know, dude. I don't even know what the rules are.
It's something like that.
It is turn your lights off, because I know I've seen the signs when I'm out traveling across 10. And so I've seen it say in dust storms turn lights off or something.
Yeah,
pull to side.
I'm a risk taker, dog. I just keep driving.
We'll figure it
I'll
out.
fucking figure it out, dog. Drive blind.
You guys are all pulled over.
Yeah. So you're not from Arizona?
No, I'm from California.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I moved here in 2015.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. You new here, man.
It's part of the expansion program, right there.
Yeah, expansion.
But I'm allowed to be here because I'm married within,
Okay. Married in Arizona.
Okay, so your wife's a native.
My wife's a native, so I get the privileges of not being cursed at.
We'll let it slide.
We'll let it slide. It's funny, people from Arizona, they have such a weird, especially Midwest people and East Coast, they know shit about Arizona.
Yeah.
I remember people used to be like, you guys just have tumbleweeds? I'm like, bitch, this ain't the Wild Wild West. We have buildings and shit. But yeah, you'll catch people.
We have
horses.
running water.
Yeah.
It's not our water, but we have it.
I don't have to go to a well or anything, I can take a shower.
You know what I'm so mad about, though? Because you grew up here. When we were kids, bro, they used to be like, preserve the water, turn off water when you're brushing your teeth. We're going to run out of water. And I'm like, bitch, we still haven't ran out of water.
No, we haven't.
that was a
We got
big thing.
close. There was some issues, but
Was there?
once we started manipulating the clouds and dropping more rain, I think we're good.
Yeah,
now.
because it really depends on
This-
it depends on the snow in Colorado, because that's where all the water drips down from.
yeah.
So if they don't get a lot of snow, then we're not going to get
it's all
get
downstream.
water. So that's when you're like, we're in a drought.
We're in a drought. I don't know. I've never not turned on my faucets and the shit worked unless I didn't pay my bill.
Yeah, we got water.
Yeah,
I
we got
mean,
water.
you should be conscious because we're in a desert. You know, like this
Yeah.
shit's hot. But yeah, no, we're good. But yeah, the thing you're talking about, like the people don't know. You know what doesn't help too is like when they show like the suns and stuff like on NBA on NBC, like
I hate it.
the first thing they show is a cactus.
Fucking, I hate it, bro.
So then everybody thinks we just walk around with cactus on
Oh,
every
man.
corner. Like
They'll do fucking Squaw Peak and shit, and it's like this ain't near downtown.
I've been there like twice, like in my life, dude. Like,
Ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, not all of us fucking have a saguaro in our fucking front yard.
yeah, they overplay the cactus a little bit too much. That's out in the boonies and out in the desert. Yeah, there's a bunch of cactus everywhere, and some people like the landscaping desert, but most communities look like any community you see on TV. Like
Yeah.
East Coast, West Coast doesn't matter. Like you walk, if you drive in our communities, it looks just like a brand new
Yeah,
one. And
we have grass.
It's possible.
Yeah, we have grass
Yeah,
out here.
it's
Yeah.
definitely an option.
yeah, you just gotta water the shit out of it sometimes.
That's the pricey bit.
That is the thing. Yeah.
You got to water it
but it's
every
nice.
10 minutes.
The grass is nice.
Grass is nice. Yeah,
It
we
is.
have it. It's not that
Yeah,
rare.
if you want to go barefooted, walk around your yard, you know, it's nice to walk on grass.
It's easy
you
to
know?
grow too.
It's not
yeah,
hard.
Bermuda. That should pop right back up. That should be dead as fuck.
I found I don't know, it was a Scott's brand, and it was like all weather, high heat, something or another. And so I just went and sprinkled that shit around. And
How did it
then,
work for you?
Like, I have grass now.
Really?
I got some
That's it.
patches where some of the old shit was. I got to use a thatcher to pull it up. But yeah, I've got grass now. The dogs are happy.
Bro, I used that Scotch shit one time and it gave my yard STDs. I feel like this shit gave it like just crab weeds.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, which
yeah.
look pretty good. Like if it's not like
Then
when
you
it's
get
grown
close to
out.
it.
But yeah, and then when like you cut it down, it's like, oh no, this is a fucking weed. And they don't go away.
Yeah, some
Yeah.
of the crabgrass is hard to get rid of, dude. You got to spray that shit and put fertilizer and shit. To try
All
to get rid
kind of
it.
shit. Yeah, and it's from that Scott's. Fuck them. I'm glad you had a good experience though. But my shit was like, dog, I got the STD bag. I was like,
You
dirty
got-
bitch.
You got a bad batch.
Yeah,
man.
bad batch. My
forget
bad.
what
Can I
fucking
cuss on this
thing it-
podcast?
Yeah.
Oh,
Do what you
okay.
want.
My bad.
Yeah.
It's all good.
I was like, I don't know if it'd be
Yeah.
bleeping me every
Yeah,
other.
no PG rating.
Gotcha.
Unrated.
All right.
Yeah. We're
Yeah.
good. Yeah, speak your mind.
Speak your mind, bro.
Speak your
Water and
truth.
shit.
I know you got some fancy water this time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, dude, I love this water, dude. This is whatever the Wallachia, whatever, however you say that.
From a well.
Why?
Deep well.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's volcanic water, dude.
Volcanic water?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
I don't know. It just-
Tastes
that's
great.
what it says, deep well water. So
I think that's one thing about being from a desert is like you appreciate like different waters taste different. There's good water and then there's like shitty water.
that's probably why I like Dune, man, because they're always talking about water. I'm like, we must preserve the water. Like,
Yeah, like
that is a waste of water. Like, them just walking around. Remember, they wanted to kill those fools in the desert when they found Timothy or whatever and his mom.
I don't think I've seen Dune.
You haven't seen? Oh man, they
No.
got two of them. So
They got two of them in a series now.
Really?
Mhm.
Some people have told me about it, but I never watched
on
it.
HBO, right? Is it HBO? Or?
Yeah, I think it's on HBO. And yeah, Dune's what Star Wars ripped off.
Oh, really? Is that
Yeah.
old?
It was an old book.
It was a book and a movie, I think. Before, no, it was a book before. I can't remember which movie came first.
I think the movie was out too. Before.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then if you look at Star Wars, it's very similar.
George
Star
Lucas?
Wars has spice, and it's like a drug and a fuel.
Ah.
You mean
Yeah.
Dune? Dune has spice.
No, Star Wars as well.
Oh, Star Wars has a spice too.
Star Wars has spice. Yeah,
They have the
they have
same
stories
thing?
with it. Yeah,
And they have this. It's called spice
and
too.
Tatooine is pretty much just the desert planet with the worms. They got the worms too. That's where
Yeah,
Han-
remember Luke falls
Yeah,
into
he
one
falls
of the.
no, it was Boba Fett falls into one of the
Yeah,
worms.
but Luke was hanging. And
Oh
then,
yeah,
like,
yeah, and they pulled him out.
yeah.
I'm like familiar, not too familiar with Star Wars.
There's a lot of similarities, basically.
There is.
Okay.
A lot of questionable similarities.
Yeah.
But the Dune movie, I don't think hit as hard.
No, it didn't do as well.
So
it was great as a book. And
So it
very
deserved
popular.
to be ripped off.
it's one of those things like you're gonna take some of the material from the previous movies. Like Tarantino talks about it. He's like, most great directors pull from, I like this guy when he did this scene, or I like this part, or like, they're pulling from their favorite movies.
And
when they
at
make
the end of the
something.
day, it's all stories anyway. So it's somebody's vision of how they want that story to go. And yeah, concepts might be similar, but ultimately it's not the same.
Yeah, Tarantino's a legend.
The new ones though, the new Dunes though, are good. They're cinematic, big, galaxy. Like it's like a if you like seeing like space and spaceships and
I fucks with that.
future stuff.
Okay.
It's kind of like, and then some kind of witchy kind of people, and like, yeah, there's some kind of like sorcery going on there, and like, it's some cool stuff. Like, just like the suits they wear look crazy. You know? Like, I like futuristic stuff. So
I fucks with that type of shit too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember I did like a whole fucking like Star Wars like marathon, but I was like fucking 11.
Yeah, on like
And then
VHS
never
or
watched.
some
Yeah,
shit.
never watched those bitches again.
Yeah, I'm good.
yeah. I was like, and I'm good. It was fucking like a 12-hour day.
For me, I think I watched it at different points in my life. So like when I was in middle school was the first time I watched all of it. And then before that, it was just a little bit of it. I'd seen things here and there, but I've never watched it. And then after that, I go and see the movies again and over, and then,
You just get a different.
you just get a different experience every time.
It was when the first one came out. Not like the very first one, but like it was supposed to be like
Episode 1, 2001, I want to say.
Oh,
Okay, so yeah, that's when I watched all of them. I watched that one, and then I went back and try to watch them in chronological order. Yeah, so man, I'm still having memories bad, bro.
And then they came out with 3 more after that.
I don't really like those ones.
And then the Rogue One.
Yeah, Rogue One was great.
You know what? I was watching Solo the other day. It was kind of cool.
Solo's not bad either. No,
I was
it's
kind of
fun.
getting
That's
into
a little
Solo.
spin-off?
Yeah, because
it's
it's like
a-
young
Han Solo.
Han Solo.
Okay.
So it's like when he was a kid, like
It's his adventures in first getting the Millennium Falcon.
And then Han Solo is Luke's like
friend.
friend.
Yeah, he's just a
Space pirate.
scavenger. Yeah, space pirate, basically.
Okay, yeah. That's
He's a
great
delinquent.
Okay. Yeah, dumb it down for me.
Or a
Space
Nerf
pirate.
farmer, I guess. That's
Luke was a
That's what
farmer?
Leia calls him. No, she called him a Nerf farmer.
Nerf?
Yeah,
Is that
there's
what they
like
farm?
this scene where our Nerf herder,
Something.
whatever it was, but like she's so upset with him, and instead of cussing at him, that's her insult.
He was
Nerf
on a
farm.
planet, like in the very, very first one when you watch episode 4, which is the New Hope, the oldest Star Wars one.
Yeah.
He's just on this kind of planet, and there's like weird like houses, and they're kind of like herders, right? They're kind of like herding stuff, and like
On Tatooine,
yeah. What does his dad do? I don't even remember what his dad does.
it wasn't his dad; it was his uncle.
Well, I mean, not his real dad.
They were farming something
That is
stupid.
because Darth Vader's his real dad.
like biological and fucking stepdad.
I don't know. He asked Luke who he sees as a real dad. I'm just kidding.
I know, right? It's his.
Some people call their stepdad their dad. You know.
His dad is his little ghost of Yoda.
And then Uncle Ben.
They say the Yoda series is pretty cool, right? Baby Yoda?
Oh, the Mandalorian.
Mandalorian.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've heard good things about that.
Yeah, it's cool. I liked it, and I heard that this new one that they have, what's it called? It's about just like following a bunch of ragtag team of randos.
So since you like know the story, did you feel that Disney fucked up since they bought them?
You know, just like we said before, it's someone's version of that story. I didn't care for it.
Okay.
Like there was things that I questioned, or performances that I questioned too. It just didn't make sense to me. But again, they're always just someone else's written version of it all. You know.
Gotcha. Did y'all fuck with what was that?
A little bit.
Oh shit! Here we go. What was it? Game of Thrones.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Love
he's
Game of
big.
Thrones.
He's big Game of
Big.
Thrones.
Yeah, we watched everything, but we didn't get into the that new spin-off show.
House of Dragons.
Yeah, with Matt. Oh, what's his name? I forget the dude's name. He was a doctor from Doctor Who at one point. His name's Matt something.
I haven't seen any of the House of Dragons, so I don't know.
I fucked with House of Dragons.
Yeah,
I did. I was like, I feel like it's cool to actually see the fucking Targaryens when they were something versus this bitch just walking around in a desert.
yeah. True that shit.
Yeah. Because it was like at least you hear about them. But on my biggest thing is like, dog, can we get the fucking Mad King? Like everyone wants to watch this guy. They go, they do 200 years before this motherfucker, 200 years after, and we just hear stories about him the whole time.
Like, I would like to see that whole entire story arc.
And he's right in the middle. Bullseye.
Bitch, can we get to there?
Yeah.
They like having him as a legend.
Yeah, I want to see this motherfucker.
Like when they they have that whole fucking storyline where how all of these 7 kingdoms ended up being under one rule and rebellion and all that shit. Like that would be cool to see all of that come to, you know, just watching Ned Stark as he grows up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Going into it.
Mm-hmm.
I think everyone has like different versions that they want to see. Like, I don't know. I fucks with the series though. I wasn't big into it. I didn't watch it when it first started. There's like I think a bar over here somewhere near the west side that does like it's like a fucking full Game of Thrones theme.
Yes, so they actually changed themes. I think I know which one you're talking about. No, maybe not. There's a coffee bar that changes themes like that.
Okay.
And, well, they had like this Harry Potter one going on for the Christmas season. And it's just so like cool when you walk in there and everything, like, they've spent money on making this the most Harry Potterist coffee shop. But before that, it was something else. I can't even remember.
Yeah, I just remember I did a show there, and it was before I watched fucking Game of Thrones. Bro, it was like the worst bomb that I've ever done in 6 years. And it was like within my first year, and I just walked in this place and I was just looking at it. And I just remember I started my set and I was like, the fuck is this? Dungeons and Dragons? And then for 7 minutes, I didn't get a fucking laugh.
Hey, you fucking nerds.
That's the wrong way to talk to people.
Yeah, bro. That's when I started up, and I was like, I was using my best material. I still remember that shit to this day, dog. I hit like minute 3 or 4, and I was like,
you know what I'm talking about.
light me. Yeah.
They were like,
bro, I just sat there, and you're just like, when you're telling jokes, and you're just like, I'm used to getting a laugh here.
Yeah.
Like, the joke is funny. Like, I perform this shit, people laugh here, and when you're telling it, and you hit a punchline, and people are just looking at you like, I'm just like, bro, I was like, get me out of here. Like, fucking light me, dog. Yeah. And I had to fucking finish out that entire set. That was the fucking worst feeling. That was bombing like the Joker in the fucking Joker movie, the first one when he's up there. How uncomfortable it is, bro. That's what it's like when you fucking really bomb in real life. It's like fucking, I don't want to do this.
They captured that. They did capture that.
They captured that fucking scene. Because he was perfect.
Like, and he was like the little breaths and stuff.
Yeah,
like,
dog. And you're just like, I'm fucking getting.
You're getting anxious. You're like, oh.
I'm like, and then you start talking fast. You want to rush through this shit because it's like fucking something just land. Give me a laugh to help me.
I need to win.
Something, bro. Help me the fuck out. But when you're just bombing up there and they're just looking at you, just like, fuck. I bombed.
Did you relate when doing like plays and stuff? Like,
yeah,
when you know
definitely.
there's supposed to be a funny line.
You feel the audience's energy every night, and it's different. And because, like, you know, in live theater, you don't just do the show once. You have to do it. You know, you've booked it out for how many weekends or
and you're selling tickets.
Or not. Yeah, you're selling tickets.
Yeah.
And there's a point where you feel like repetitive in what you're doing, but also depending on what the audience is, you know, it can be so much different. Like the energy level just changes.
Really?
Oh yeah, because you could feel it when they're like into it. I mean, I'm sure you feel it that difference. You know, comparing it between your bad shows and the good ones.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, you know when the audience is engaged in there for you.
And
So,
then when they're not too,
yes,
you're like, that's supposed to be a funny part. This is gonna be tough.
yeah, it's like we didn't get any laughs on that this time.
Yeah, did I do
it's
something?
The same with them.
You're asking them in the back, did they not hear me or something? Like,
what was wrong with my delivery here?
Exactly.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to act out more. I'm gonna have to jazz it up here.
I need to oversell this shit.
Yeah, and then that gets a laugh, and you're like, well, I guess this is what we're doing. Yeah,
I guess so. I mean, I've had shows where they alter scenes like that just because someone's fucking around and they're like, I like that. That's happened to me like twice.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's dope.
They kind of changed it around that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they see it.
And then you just go with what you got.
I can imagine how you just like kind of riffed on it, do something a little different than you did last time. And it's like, well, fuck, I'm either going to get yelled at or they're going to like it.
Yeah. Like, so I played the Grinch once in high school. And so,
that's a high energy character, right? I mean, you got to be like talking nonstop and.
Well, the problem is they didn't write it like that because they're basing it off the book.
Okay.
They did not get the rights to an actual production, so the teacher at the time had to write it out. She's not a good writer, so she had to write it out, and so it was short, but also it was quick. So
quick hitting.
Yeah, it was. The lines weren't like everything. It just like moved from scene to scene too quickly. Like there wasn't enough like development. But I got cast as the Grinch, and there was a scene that we were doing in rehearsals, and I was supposed to like just be there and grab the stuffed animals and the presents and shit, stuff from the fridge, and just put it in there and walk away. So they can show that happened. But I, for some reason, started, because they were like pausing too much. So I started just talking about the stuff I was holding. So we have like this teddy bear and it had a sweater on. And I remember just putting it right there on my lap in the Grinch costume and be like, let me tell you something, Bear. You're hairy. I know. I have the same problem. But it keeps you warm. So you don't need a sweater. And then I would throw it in the bag or some shit. Or, I'd be in the fridge and it'd be like hoovy and hash, and I'd try to use it as deodorant. It was, so they saw that first one, and then they told me to just run with it. So then every night from the rehearsal point, because we were coming into the show, it was like a quick little thing they did, and it added more time and it made the scene more fun. Yeah. So I remember just every single time I would go longer, because it was the only time in that show that I got to like be the character without being stuck to the animated story
and the lines,
the book that she like pulled up from, because everything else was very dry as a show. So having that scene was so much better, because it made more sense. It brought life to the character. Yeah. Instead of just seeing the book on a TV.
Yeah, because he kind of talks in that kind of way where he's like to the point. He's pointing things out. He's a rational one. Like, this doesn't make sense. Like the whole Christmas thing. And like,
that'll be a fun character.
Yeah, so you fit right in. You just kind of went into that world, and you started like, how could I interact with this world as this character?
Improv is so hard.
Oh, yeah, improv's fun.
Improv, I hate it.
I'm taking a class right now. It's so crazy.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a lot. I love Wildin' Out.
Yeah.
Fucking love the show. And so I was like, you know what? I could produce it. So I was like, because I was like aliens producing shows at the time. So I was like, cool, we're going to fucking redo the show. And so I reached out to my buddies, and he had already had a show pretty similarly written. Yeah. So I was like, all right, cool, we're going to do this and run the show. Fucking fun.
Yeah.
Hard.
Yeah.
I never did improv before. And you got to be free, and you got to be loose, and you got to, bro, and just doing stand up, it's completely different.
It's scripted. You're going from scripted to unscripted.
Scripted to unscripted.
Yeah.
And you realize that, because I remember when I was first, doing improv, but you realize like how many things you need to know in order to pull from. Like, you need to know a little bit of everything, so that when you put yourself in a weird situation that you're aware of how that really works.
Yeah.
Instead of just getting stuck.
We used to have like props. Fucking hated props.
Yeah.
I used to
throw
tell
you off.
I can't come up with them. You have to use something for what it's not used for and make it funny.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I just go up there and I just fucking bomb. And then I was telling my 2 other buddies, I was like, dog, we got to take the game out. And they were like, you just suck at it.
Well, I'll just sit up that one.
Yeah. They were like, no, like, you just suck at it, so we're going to keep it in because we know that you fucking hate it.
Yeah.
And you go up there and
Sometimes
bomb
that's
every
funnier,
time. Oh, bro, did good. I was like decent at everything else. And we just come to props and I'd just be in the back and I'm just like, fuck, bro, here we go. We're about to I'm just gonna go up there and bomb and over and over and over again. Still never got good at fucking props.
Yeah.
I just did a show back on my birthday that was like, you had to go do props and I had food poisoning that night too. And I was like, dog, I'm not thinking of shit right now. Fucking hate props. But shout out to people that do it, man.
Yeah,
it's a hard transition.
I've done 2 classes. So 3rd class is coming up on Monday. And
that's dope. That's dope.
It's fun. It is hard.
They teach you about Crow.
Crow. What's Crow?
Crow is like the main acronym of rule that you follow for improv. So it stands for character, relationship, objective, and where. So to do a perfect improv scene, those are the 4 things that you need to show and develop into your scene.
We're not using that acronym, but we're doing that.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's all about your relationship with the other person.
Zip zap.
Yeah. So like you have to establish like right away, this is my butler, or this is my driver, or this is my best friend, or this is a cashier, and
you run yes with everything, no matter what the fuck.
Yeah, and then you just keep bouncing and bouncing.
Yeah, because you wanna yes and you don't want to say
yes
no.
And. That's it.
You want a yes and. So you want yes means accept, and means add more. Yep. So you don't just accept, you have to accept and add more.
Yeah.
Because when you do, that's when you create a story. Because at the end of the day, that's exactly what you're trying to do anyway. It's just create a story.
Yeah.
So it's more about the story, and then that fluidly comes across.
Improv games are fun, though.
It is fun, yeah.
Yeah, there's a dude, Dave Speck, when he used to run Improv Mania.
Okay.
And that's where we eventually took the show to, because we're like, they do improv. That's their shit.
Yeah.
And then we would mix their improv guys in with just regular stand-up people to help make the show even better. And that's how they would start it off with, like, one of the games when you start the show would be like, what did you order from Amazon? And be like a broom, and it's like, oh, sex with Pete is like, you know what I mean? And then you would use it
taking a broom to the ass.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It was like fucking, you just want to sweep it under the rug when you're done. And it was just fun, and it was just random things you'd ask the audience member was the last thing they ordered off Amazon, and then be like, sex with so-and-so is like this.
Yeah.
And so it was just like to get your
like
fucking...
a Mad Libs or something?
Yeah, and it gets you thinking and shit like that, and people walk up, and that shit was like, those games are fun. But
yeah, and you know, when I was younger, I always felt like a snob when it came to improv, because improv is supposed to be a training tool for acting, so that you can, you know, because at the end of the day, it's still talent. You don't have like a fucking guitar to play with, or, you know, a paintbrush or some shit. You have just you.
Yeah.
So being able to create stuff and keep you on the edge, instant creativity and just instant thought instead of having to think about things. Like one of the things that's great to push people into that is a game called Switch. So you would start an improv scene, you know, you just ask like audience, give me a place, give me a character. You give like 2 or 3 things from that list of Crow.
Okay.
Like you tell them you're in a haunted house and you're trying to get out. So you've given them a where and an objective. And so they're now developing a scene in a haunted house, and then they'll say something like, we have to get out. That ghost is on our tail. And then someone would be handling the game. They'd give either a bell or just to stop them. And they'd be like, switch. And so what you have to do is say the line again, but you have to switch the last part. So it was like, we have to get out. They're on our face, switch. They're on our feet, switch, you know, and you have to keep going. And so eventually you run out of things to say. And so what will normally happen is someone puts themselves in a very normal, comfortable position. Like, so they're like, oh, well, what do you want to eat today? I want to eat McDonald's. Switch. I want to eat Burger King. Switch. I want to eat Taco Bell. Switch. I want to eat Red Robin. And now you just keep switching on them until they run out of lists of things. And so now they have to like, and that's where you start to reach from random stuff and realize that it doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, we're making it up as we go anyway. So, you know, it's like, I want to eat some hair. Why do you want to eat hair? You know, it's good for my digestive system.
Just get it out.
You just do it. It doesn't matter. It's whatever.
You don't do improv no more?
No, not really.
No?
I mean, I do, but I don't. I do it. I teach.
Okay.
So I teach it. And
Nice.
then so, you know, that's what I do with it.
That's what I do with it. You gonna try to move into stand-up, or?
I was trying to sign up for the stand-up class. And then all they
Don't
had
do it.
was the improv class.
Don't sign up for a stand-up class. Don't fucking do it. Don't do it.
And do you like the improv better than the stand-up?
Improv, I feel like a class would be good.
Because it's getting me on stage.
Yeah.
So I'm already up there feeling the uncomfortability of it. Like
The cross between the two that I found out that where it helps, improv helps with stand-up,
yeah.
is an act out. Right? So if you're telling a joke and you want to do an act out, like for me, it's hard for me to get comfortable and be silly.
Yeah.
Right? And feel dumb and, you know, have vulnerable.
Yeah.
And that's the biggest thing that you have to overcome when you're on stage like that is vulnerability.
Vulnerability.
Yeah,
to
you
feel,
got to just throw all that shit out the window.
That's the hardest one.
Yeah.
And that's what improv would help out with. That I was
Yes.
like, I wanted it to help out with my stand-up, was so that way I can do an act out and not feel dumb.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But again, it's all personal. That's what I feel is mostly how improv helps with stand-up. But stand-up itself, have you got the fuck that? It's like Judy, the comedy Bible?
No, I don't have it.
No, I got it in my bag in the car.
Okay.
I'll show it to you. Read that versus doing a class. Oh yeah, read that versus doing a class.
Okay.
And that's really good.
Yeah.
And honestly, I feel like you don't even need to read that until about 6 months into doing stand-up, because she has a lot of do's and don'ts in there. And a lot of them I really don't agree with, or some of them I don't agree with, because I'm like, bitch, that shit worked for me. You
Yeah,
know?
because there's not really any rules.
There's not rules, you know,
Yeah.
and but the thing about it is, it's like for like my first
There's
year,
guidance, though.
There's a
There
skeleton
is.
to everything.
There is.
And it's
Yeah.
up to you to put the meat on it.
Exactly.
But then you'll see some guy like Mitch Hedberg just doing one-liners, like non sequiturs, you know, just throwing weird shit out, and it's so funny.
Yeah, her shit is
And
good because
nobody
it
would
helps
tell you to
stretch
do
it.
it like that. Like,
Yeah, her shit is like really good because it helps you structure a joke.
Mm-hmm.
And for like my first like 6 months to a year, at some point I didn't even know where my punchlines were
yeah,
or what my punchline was, and you think that sounds crazy, but I'm just like, I just know it works,
yeah.
but I don't know what the punchline is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I just know,
I know
if
it's there.
I know it's there, and I'll say it, and then I was like, okay, well they should laugh around this time.
Yeah.
But her shit was like really helped me out with how to structure a joke and where it is and exactly how to formulate it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where I like the book from. So I got her
Yeah.
first one and I got her second one. It's an art craft and it's something to study.
Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't do a class though. Those motherfuckers
Yeah.
is gimmicky as fuck.
I
Only
guess
cool
it
thing
depends, you know.
yeah.
Depends
guy-
if it
the guy that I'm-
who they are, what their credibility and history is.
That's what I was gonna say. The guy I'm doing it with now, Brian, he's the stand up and the improv guy. He's cool. Like
What's his
he's
last
really.
name?
I got
It
his
starts with a K?
email. I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. I know who he's talking
You know
about.
who he is.
Yeah. I didn't know he did the class. I don't know. I just always thought of Steve Harvey when he went to go do a class.
Oh.
And he was like, fuck you in a class for. Either you're funny or you're not. You can't teach it. Yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, Brian's a cool ass dude.
He's fun.
I fucks
He's
with
very
him.
supportive. Like he gives
I
you
fucks with
good
him.
notes.
He's good. He's
Like
good.
he'll tell you what worked and didn't work. Like when you were going on this path, you should have did it. Like Like,
He is a good dude. He's
yeah,
he's,
and
I
he
love-
laughs. He laughs. He's like just having a good time,
Yeah.
dude. Like
Yeah, I fucks with him, man. He does. He will record your set for you too at stand up.
Okay.
Or at Stir Crazy.
Yeah.
They'll send it to you when it's like hooked up and it's fucking good quality.
Yeah,
and
the camera's right there. I see it. I went on Friday with some of the improv guys, and we met up at Thirsty Lion, and then we went to the show.
Really?
Yeah. So it was like,
do it, bro. Get on a fucking stage.
That's what everybody there. They're like, a lot of them are doing both classes.
Are they?
Yeah, they're doing. So like, what's gonna happen is when we have our showcase, they're gonna have to do the improv first, and then they're gonna have to do their stand-up act on the second show.
Really? Yeah.
So in the same night, I was like, dang, isn't that kind of gonna fuck with your head, dude? Like you're in two different spaces, you know? Like,
oh man, it's a joy, bro.
because after the class, all I'm thinking about is all the shit I could have said or should have said, or like when he did this, I should have did that or whatever. And like, so like that's what I would be thinking about. And then I'm like, oh shit, I gotta forget about that. I need my
just lock back in.
Yeah, I need to log back in and do my
shit. I used to get sick after doing stand up. I have like a public speaking fear.
Dude.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, there's a I don't have public speaking like fear. Like I've spoke in front of large groups.
Hate it.
And so like I get nervous up until I'm doing it. Once I'm doing it, I'm good. But like I feel that nervousness, and like I was getting that again, like super strong. They're like, all right, who's next? And I was like, fuck. All right, I'll go. So I go up there, and then it's just the two of us, and we're just creating a scene.
I
and
get
like,
sick, bro. My first year of doing stand up, I did like it was my 4th time on stage, including open mics, and I did a comedy contest.
Yeah.
And the spot isn't even open there no more. And I went and I did it and I won.
Nice.
And you can see me on stage, and it was like you get the nervousness right before you go on, and everything was cool. When I get on stage, everything calms down and slows down.
Yeah, it does slow down.
It slows down for you, and it's just you're in a weird vibe. You're just up there, everything's
like
going.
2 minutes is a long time.
Yeah,
It's like the Matrix, dude. You're like, dun, 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 dun.
Yeah. You're just
dodging.
up there, you're moving, and all of a sudden you're in a flow, and shit's
That's
going good.
funny. You're like,
Exactly. Yeah, you're just up there like shit slows the fuck down.
Yeah.
And then when I would get off stage, bro, shit would hit me and my fucking stomach would cramp up. And so when you see me on stage, I have the video, I'm about to throw up. And they like announce my name and my face is pale. And then everyone's trying
Nobody
to go,
knows.
Yeah,
But
bro,
when you
I
watch
was,
it,
I was struggling. And then like afterwards, I had a lot of people come out and they're like, oh, I'm just like, just get away from me.
they want to talk to you.
I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to take a picture with you right now. I'm sorry. I went home. I almost had to pull over driving on the way to the fucking freeway. And on the freeway. And it wasn't until like an hour and a half.
Dude, you know,
Oh, make it taller?
Yeah.
That'll help a little.
Oh, there we go.
Whatever your height is.
You can
Yeah.
adjust it. It's like a mic stand.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Yeah.
These go.
Oh, there we go. I'm new to this
No, we should have. We should have told you.
podcast world. There we go. Now you can cut off my face, so I look good. There we go.
Right there?
Right there.
Yeah, that works perfect.
Okay.
Yeah, it was my first year. Like every time I got off stage, my shit would cramp up, and then I used to do this. It's called the Late Night Show, and it was with my boy Lamar Mitchell. Shout out. He runs a lot of shows, and someone you should get a hold of because he's the one that runs the open mic at Stir Crazy.
Okay.
With Brian.
I think I met Lamar.
Yeah, you probably have.
Yeah, we hung out afterwards, right?
Yeah, fucking gapping his tooth and shit. yeah, that's how you know the motherfucker. Yeah, that's my dog. But before I was like really cool with him and shit like that, he used to run the show on the West Side, and the show started at midnight. It started at midnight, and I walked in there, and those motherfuckers were smoking blunts and shooting dice and shit like that, and it was just a hostile environment. It was in Maryville. At midnight, people was drunk.
Someone's gonna get shot.
Yeah, super hostile. And I remember he was up there, and he was like, he was the host, and some chicks started talking shit to him, and then they like were kind of like getting into it. Bitch, like, I don't give a fuck. Like, and it was just super hostile. And I just remember he ended like his set, and he was like, and you know how we do? If you're funny, we laugh. If you ain't funny, and he held the mic out, and everyone in this small ass room was like, we don't laugh. And I was like, fuck. I gotta go up in this fucking room tonight. And my boy looked over at me and he was like, hey, better you than me. And I was like, motherfucker. And I went up there and I held my own in that fucking room. And I was like, dog, if I can get laughs in this room, I get laughs anywhere in America. Which gave me that confidence. But still at that time, I went outside and I threw up everywhere. And that was the last. Yeah, bro. And that was the fucking last time that I ever fucking threw up or got really sick.
Yeah.
And it was always afterwards, though.
That's good. That's good. You hold it to the end.
Yeah, hold it to the end, bro. First year in comedy, and that was like almost like a year in, and then I was like, I'm cool now.
Yeah.
Unless I don't perform for a while, and sometimes I'll be like a little woozy after. But I'm like, yeah.
No, that's cool. Yeah, I feel like with the improv, it's like it's getting you to be in the moment. Mm-hmm. Like you got to be right here. You can't be thinking about this or that. You can't be thinking about what's going on tomorrow. You can't be, nothing can enter. Cause you got to be like in the moment. He just said that. I got to respond. Like you got to go back and forth, and it's got to be fluid. And you have no time to think because this axe is coming. You better grab that shit like and throw it back.
It's just constant creativity.
Yeah, so it gets you in the moment. Like it really locks you
comfortable. It gets you comfortable.
Yeah, because once you've been in the fire, then you're like, oh, I remember the fire.
Yeah, it gets you comfortable. It's just like last night I went and did a room on the show, and there's 3 people in there. Right? It was like 5 people, but I don't know. 2 of them came with like 3 people. But for me, it's like 3 crowd members. And you're telling jokes, but it's quiet.
Yeah,
you can see them kind of laugh. You know what I mean? You can see their face. It's not uproars. And it's like those rooms build you. Going and do an open mic, dog, and nobody's fucking paying attention to you while you're up there telling jokes.
It's pretty much telling jokes to the other comics.
The other comics are people that just really ain't paying attention. Maybe there's 2 people in the room that's paying attention. It's unfucking comfortable.
Yeah.
To do that.
It is.
It is. You're up there and it's uncomfortable, but it's those rooms that build a callus for you to get comfortable and being uncomfortable.
Yeah.
You need it. You need it. Not every room is stir crazy. You go to stir crazy, there's a crowd there. They came to laugh. You go to an open mic and it's like at a pizzeria and these motherfuckers just came to eat. Now some people are telling abortion and fucking pussy jokes. You know what I'm saying? And you're just like expected to come out here and have a Coke and a fucking slice of pizza. And you're just like, what the fuck is going on?
I did an open mic at a coffee shop once.
I gotta take a piss real quick. Hold on.
Go for it. And I did a monologue from Edgar Allan Poe.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. How'd you feel it went?
I think it went well, but it's also one of those things that, you know, that's not the common overnight or open night type of act.
Yeah.
You know, they expect more like music or something, or
the guy with the guitar or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Or even, but like you go up and do a monologue, and I didn't realize how different it was.
Yeah.
For what people are going there for, and then they get this guy doing a monologue and fucking yelling.
And they're trying to drink their coffee.
Exactly.
Where art thou?
Yeah, so that was like the last time I did it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Did you like, that just makes me think of the Romeo and Juliet movie with Leonardo DiCaprio. Did you like that movie? It
was fun. I liked it.
It was crazy, right?
Yeah.
Because they're still speaking in the like Romeo Juliet, monologues and everything, but just like modernized it.
Yeah. So all they did differently there was to just put them in a modern situation, but they're still just doing the exact Shakespeare written Romeo and Juliet script. But now we see it through someone else's eyes of what they believe it would look like if they were put in a modern situation.
Yeah.
We did something similar. Once we did the show Lysistrata, which is a very old, famous Greek show.
Okay.
So it's got that more ancient feel to it. But instead of getting in togas and making Spartan things, we decided to take the show and just set it in a post-apocalyptic world. So like Mad Max style.
Yeah.
So
but still the old dialogue.
But we don't change the dialogue, right?
Yeah.
We don't change anything like that. And then so I've done that once or twice.
You want to let him?
Oh yeah, I want to let him out. He's gonna ask.
Yeah. He's gonna want to
go, Obi, go.
He knows.
Oh yeah, all my dogs are named after Star Wars characters.
Obi-Wan.
Right. I got a baby bladder. I'm back, bitches. You know what, dog? I think I'm gonna rip that.
Let's go.
Yeah, fuck it. Let's do it. I'm about to be high as a motherfucker right now.
Well, you kind of are getting some contact in here, like.
Fuck it. Let's do it.
Because, yeah.
But no, bro, get on stage, man. You got to do it.
Yeah.
Come up with the type 5. You know what I'm saying? Or not a type. Come up with 5.
It's just 5.
It's not going to be tight. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be loose as a motherfucker, bro. It's looser than a bitch on 27th Ave. But
it'll be fun, yeah.
It'll be fun. You have to take your L's. And you get up there, bro, and you realize how many people suck at comedy.
Yeah.
I didn't realize how hard it was to make people laugh.
Yeah.
Until I got into comedy.
Yeah.
Because to me, it's always been easy to make people laugh since I was a kid. And I thought everybody can make people laugh just as easy. Mm-hmm. Then you get into comedy and you're like, oh, shit. It's not as easy as it looks.
You know what?
Just hold it down.
Yeah, hold the button.
Just hold
and then you got to kind of inhale
hard,
strong.
Because there's like a little flapper.
Yeah, so hit it hard. There you go. It's bubbling a little bit.
All right, but
Are you holding the button?
I am.
Is it lit up?
Yep, I'd be fucking horrible in the gay community.
You'll feel it
harder.
Yeah, pull real hard.
Yeah, because it's got to go through the barrier.
There's a flap.
All right, hold on.
Let me try it.
All right, you get the motherfucker going.
Yeah, I'll get it started.
Yeah, bro, fucking iron lungs over here. Oh, what the fucking looks so easy for this guy?
There's like this little flap on it.
Okay.
And so you've got to suck hard enough to lift that flap. And that's what keeps water going down into that thing.
I didn't do much.
There you go.
Okay, good.
And you could feel it when that flap.
That's good.
Oh yeah, that was shit. Yeah. Oh, that's tasty.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say, you know who recreates that really good?
Oh, that's good.
Is Kill Tony.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you watch Kill Tony and you see somebody do a minute, and
it's in New York, right?
No, it's in Austin. Yeah,
Austin.
Kill Tony. Tony Hinchcliffe is in.
A minute is so hard, bro.
Just being able to just hit somebody with a minute, like bam, 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 like get
So
to your
hard.
points.
Same amount of time that it takes you to fucking heat up a hot pot.
Dude, you got to come out fucking swinging with your haymakers, dude.
I feel like Kill Tony's really good for one-line comedians. I like to tell stories. You know what I mean? So I would have to just really punch up. You just have to.
So you'd condense it, like whatever that story is. Just get to the bam, 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 bam.
Yeah.
Bam, 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 bam. And then you see the guys that he has on regulars. That's what they're doing. There's no wasted fucking spaces. There's no ums or ahs or nothing, dude. It's just
it just goes
boom.
And one thing I think people make
it's like an exercise.
Yeah. Oh
really.
yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
it's 1 minute is tough. It is, every word has to be on point. That's why I feel like one-line comedians do great, because you can tell a one-line joke every 5 seconds, so you can get fucking 12 out in a minute. And if one doesn't land, then you already have the other one coming up, or you know what I'm saying, like 6 in a minute if you do them at 10 seconds.
In your pocket.
It makes you right. Yeah.
Yeah. One line. That shit it'd be fun. I could do it, but. Yeah, you just really.
I want to go down there. I want to see the mothership, dude.
Yeah,
that would be very cool.
That would be. It's really big out there. I want to go down there.
Yeah,
I think I'm gonna go down there in March
and see a Kill Tony show, dude. They're always on Mondays, and you don't know who's gonna be on there. So
yeah, we had this chick from Phoenix go on there and kill it and get the golden ticket.
I saw her. That big
Celia.
girl, right?
Yeah. Celia. She's a beast.
You know her?
Uh huh.
Ah, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. I've seen her a couple times. I've seen when Tony invited her to his tour. He's like, "You want to come to blah 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 show?"
Yeah, she was doing it with Roseanne. She was supposed to fly.
Yeah, Roseanne.
Yeah, she's supposed to. I think one of the shows got canceled or something. I don't know. She wrote about it, but
yeah,
she's really good. She's a great fucking writer. She's a beast, but she's really good at like dark jokes and really quick liners like that.
Yeah, she'll hit you. And you'll be like, oh shit.
She's great at roasting too. When I got into it, I used to think like roasting was like, that's my shit, dog.
Talk shit.
Yeah, I've been doing that shit since I was a fucking kid. And I seen her do a roast, and it made me change the way that I write for roast.
Yeah.
Because people don't want you to be too mean.
There's like a line.
There's a line.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like you write real general, and then you fit the person in.
Yeah.
To kind of fit everybody. And I was like, okay, that's the art form behind writing roast. Is I don't really need to write a roast specifically for you, but I need to write a roast for fucking white guys with beards. You know what I'm saying? And then I can just fit it in real general and then just fit you right in that fucking cube, and it's funny. But it's not specifically so much about you as a person.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, and I didn't know that going in, and I was just a fucking dad dog. I was a beast. I was an asshole. But writing roasts are fun. Fucking shout out to AV Reina. She runs one of the roast battle out here now. That's getting really big.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So you still do them, or are you still?
No.
Done one in a while.
No, she wanted me to. She's reached out and tried to book me on them, but I just feel like I'm past it in my career.
Yeah.
Not past it. I just don't have the passion to do them really no more. I like to write for them though.
Yeah.
You know, but I don't want to get up and do them no more. I've done them. They're fun.
It's kind of mean too.
Yeah. Oh, and I enjoy it, bro. Like, I don't know if you know me. Like, I'm an asshole. Like,
so you'll do it.
yeah. I'm an asshole. Even if I'm at a show and you're bombing, if you hear me laugh and no one else is laughing, I'm laughing at you. I think it's hilarious to watch people bomb.
Yeah.
It's uncomfortable as fuck.
You're laughing at how uncomfortable it is.
Yeah. I think it's fucking hilarious when people bomb, dog. Some people are like, it makes me feel uncomfortable. I'm like, nah, not me. I think it's just fucking funny because I know you don't want to be there. I know how bad that shit sucks.
I know how bad it's going.
Dude.
Right
Yeah, I know this shit fucking sucks. And to me, I'm just like, dog, that shit is fucking hilarious. Do better.
I was at this comedy show in San Francisco, and one of the guys who came up, like they had like a set of like 4 or 5 locals, and this guy came in and he was like, "Yeah, so the world sucks. I suck. I might as well just jump off the Golden Gate. It'd be better if no one was around. Life sucks." And he was that's what he was doing the whole time. And it was like, I'm waiting for like the punchline to this, but it never came. And at the end of the show, we were like, you think we should call somebody? This guy needs help.
I think he's reaching out.
You realize how many people are up there, and it's like, dog, go to therapy. The stage is not, bro.
No.
You got to be able to entertain. Go to therapy, dog. Yeah, people are weird like that. Go to an open mic. You'll see some of the most fucked up people.
I've been seeing some.
Yeah. You go to an open mic, dog. You're just like, what the fuck was that? Yeah, dog. You need help.
Yeah.
This is not an outlet but fucking people. People use it for different shit.
Yeah, and sometimes it can work, but there's always a fine line. Like there's a fine line.
It's
like,
a craft, man.
Yeah.
You gotta know.
Maybe that guy will figure it out. Like maybe you will start hitting some punchlines, somewhere.
Yeah.
Like it could work because you're like you're rooting for him. You're like, come on, I want to hear something funny. So you're kind of rooting for him, but some people just don't figure it out.
Some people don't know they suck either.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Been in so many shows, people get off and be like, man, I just killed it. And I was like, dog, if I got the reaction that you just got, I'd want to kill me. Like, what the fuck? Like, that was a bomb, dog.
Never come back.
Yeah, I was like, that was rough. And you think that you just killed that shit?
Delusional,
Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
That also runs heavy.
And that's why originally I started a show. It was called Ready or Not up at the House of Comedy.
Yeah.
And I started it for that reason because a lot of people don't know that they suck. So
You're doing it as a public service.
As a public service. So it was like, we give you 5 minutes and you go up there and you do your 5 minutes and then we'll have the crowd vote ready. And then you get another 5. So you get an opportunity to do 10 minutes or they say nah and you get off. Yeah. And so many comedians, we ran it for 4 years. Show successful for 4 years. Never had one canceled. So many different comedians came up afterwards and was like, dog, that helped me out so much. Because some of them was like, yo, I got the first 5 and then I ate shit on the second 5. And it made me realize I didn't have a tight 10. And that made me have to write better and tighten my shit up. So many people came up and complimented the show. Yeah. And then there's people that got nodded and still try to blame the crowd.
Yeah.
And it was like, no, dog, this was the reason for the show.
Yeah, you just didn't have it, man.
You just didn't, like sometimes, yeah, you can blame the crowd. I'm not big on it because I can't be like, fucking crowd sucked. Yeah. And then the dude comes up after me and murders.
It's probably be better to always side on the like, I got to get better.
You have to, bro. You have to.
Because the best guys, because I listen to a bunch of podcasts with comedians, and they just say they bombed. Like, I fucking ate shit.
Oh, yeah.
Like, they're never just sitting there blaming the crowd. They're like,
it was me. It's my material. And like, you'll notice like different shit, and you'll notice your crowd. Like, I got booked to host in Prescott.
Oh, okay.
And like the Prescott mayor was there, and like all these people were there. Yeah. And I got a host, dog, and I just went up there.
Did you try to learn something about the mayor or something like that?
No, it was an old white room. And Betty
wanted to say nothing.
and, no, I didn't hold back. And Betty White had just died, and I was like, oh, I made like a joke about them and her. And I had to host this thing for 2 fucking hours, and I bombed every time I went up on stage. I bombed opening, and then I bombed in between the comedians, and then there was a break for New Year's, and I had to walk around with the mic, and I bombed, and I was like, bro,
you had to walk around with the mic?
Yeah,
just like talking to people,
just talking, you know what I mean? Well, there was like the intermission in between the show before like the last 2 comedians. There was like a 30 fucking minute break, so I had to go up for like last 15, and you know, just talk and walk. Oh, I fucking bombed. Even my girlfriend at the time said the table in front was like, "Oh my god, he's horrible." And then she was like, yeah. And the other lady was like, "It's okay. They usually put the not good ones up in the beginning, and it gets better as the show goes on."
Now you're the not good one.
Yeah, the not good one, bro. And that was me.
Yeah, I'm taking it personal right now.
Yeah. But they get you. But you got to learn your crowd. And I always like, some people like walking crowds, and I'm like, nah. Like at the end of the day, you're an entertainer.
Yeah. Why would you want to walk up?
Why?
Yeah.
And for me, like, I cuss a lot. But if I'm doing like an old white room, they don't like the word bitch. They don't really like for you to cuss.
It's too much.
It's too much. You know what I mean? So you have to, it's not changing it. It's just
adapting.
It's changing it a little bit, but it's not like watering it down is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You can still be yourself. You just change the joke a little bit.
It's the same with when I DJ, like, you have to know your crowd. Like, are they feeling this music? If they're not, then I got to go to something else. I got to read the room.
You have to read the room.
Yeah.
And some people will just stick with whatever. You know what I mean? Like, if I'm doing like a minority crowd or like a younger crowd, like, I could be more free. They like the word bitch. You know what I mean? Like
They don't care.
They don't care. I could go real sexual. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of like older white crowds don't like that. I used to struggle with them for a while because it would just figure it out. I was like, this is the material I have.
But you know what? It can also work in your advantage too, because like instead of saying bitch, you could be like, "Oh, you hussy" or something. You're like, you just try to think of some like old timey like,
then switch it up, bro.
Yeah, so you try to like use some old timey like, she was a streetwalker. You know,
I remember some of the best advice for like writing when I came up was a comedian that told me, and he was like, always write clean, and you can turn it dirty. But if you write dirty, it's really hard to turn it clean. And I was like, that's great fucking advice.
Because you can always add in, you know, the cuss. You know where to add them.
Yeah, you can always add in the cuss word.
You know where to put them.
and the joke will stay the same.
Because that's all what those words are.
Yeah, fillers.
They're replacements. But also, like, they've done studies. People that use cuss words in conversation and fit them to make them sense actually requires more intelligence. So it's not like a dumb thing. Like when you hear somebody using fuck like 14 different ways, you're like, that's actually kind of smart. Like, because I understood everything you said. Like,
I understood it. Like, that's great. You switched it up and you changed it from a verb to a noun.
You're on a whole nother wavelength, but I know what you're doing. I know what you're doing.
Oh, you can say he's all senses of fuck, and you're just like, I got all of that.
This fucking, you know, like they're just like, if they can make it work and it's in the conversation, then that's actually harder than just saying regular words. But yeah, I mean, it's too easy to just go for the cuss words because it'll get a laugh. You know, like I know if I say fuck right now, you know, like, but I don't know. It works and it doesn't work. You know, like you got to know when to use it or if it works for you.
So if you write the joke without the cursing, or you know what I mean, without it, you go do a show and it is a more conservative crowd, you can still tell the joke.
Yeah.
Works.
Yeah, dude. Nate Bargatze right now, dude, he's fucking killing it, dude. He's doing like arenas and shit.
I don't know who that is.
He's a comedian. He was on Saturday Night Live. Just a couple like last month, I think. He's done it twice now, but he's a clean comic. And
clean comedy gets you paid quicker,
dude,
because you can do cruises, you can do corporate.
well, now the nanas and the tias and the uncles can bring the nephews, and like everybody just goes, dude. Like that's why Fluffy sells out fucking stadiums, dude. Like,
yeah, I think it was like my what? So I won that contest like my 4th. I think it was like within like 10 performances. I was working at a mortgage company.
yeah,
It was like the #1 online mortgage company, and they're like, "Hey, Phil, you want to do a 5-minute set during our fucking meeting?" And I was like, "Fuck yeah!" Like, let's do it. Yeah, I want to do it. No, it was for free.
Oh, you can do it for free?
Yeah, I just went up there and I was like, "Yeah, fuck, I'll do it." But then I was like, "I don't want to do it because I like to cuss and I like to tell sexual jokes."
Yeah,
And at the time, I almost turned it down because of that.
yeah,
But then I was like, just force you to write clean.
yeah.
You know what I mean? And nobody even knew I was doing comedy. And here it was, like, again, first 10 performances, and there's fucking 80 people in here. It's my boss's boss, like all these big wigs, everyone in fucking all these departments.
Yeah.
And and we're going to bring up Phillip to do comedy. And I just got up there and did this fucking 5-minute set without cussing.
Yeah.
And it was like, dog, that's cool. It forces you to write different.
Yeah.
I was still me, and I was still telling stories the way I tell them. I just didn't talk about fucking sex or say the word fuck.
Yeah, and you can allude to it sometimes without even saying it too. Like
That's writing, yeah.
yeah, that's a
Innuendos or
Innuendos.
that's
yeah.
deep writing.
So they're like they know they're following you, but you didn't have to say fuck. You know? Like,
yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
And I'll still say the word shit like you're grown. I don't care.
And it's funny because these guys do podcasts too, like Jim Gaffigan. He's another clean comic. He'll do the podcast, and then you hear him cuss, and you're like, "Oh yeah, they can cuss." You know?
Oh yeah, they can cuss, right? Yeah,
they're so clean on stage, but like they're just normal people, you know. Like
they don't cuss.
Yeah,
you know. And then I think it's just as you get older, you can build an audience.
Yeah,
You know, that's where you can really let loose after you already got your audience. But if you're going and doing like someone's show, I think you should switch your material to please. You're an entertainer.
Yeah. Have some different options. It's just more weapons in your holster.
Yeah, your job is to entertain. It's not saying water your shit down. It's just
adapting.
It's
just have to
adapting.
adapt to the situation, to the. You know, it's like we said earlier when we started this conversation about energy in the audience. You just got to feel where it's going and know that's the path I have to take with it.
Where's
it's
the funny?
still you.
Where's
it's
the
just
funny?
a different walk.
Yeah, find the funny.
Find the funny.
Yeah.
And
What is it?
And then some people, everyone wants to be, what was it, Anthony Jeselnik? You know what I'm saying? That guy seems like he walked plenty of fucking rooms in his career.
Yeah.
That's just his style, and people think that everyone has to be like that.
Yeah. He's very unique, twists and turns, but like
Dark, quick humor, you know what I mean?
super dark.
Yeah,
He goes deep.
yeah. You know what I mean?
But somehow it works for him though. Like
It's his style, bro.
Yeah,
People just
yeah.
think like, okay, I'm just gonna go in here and I'm just gonna do this. And at an open mic, it's like, oh fuck it, who cares? This is an open mic. You know what I mean? But if you're doing like a book show, it's like, oh,
Give him a show.
give him a show.
Yeah.
Entertain.
yeah.
And there's a lot of people that can do that kind of comedy and it still will kill in a room.
Yeah.
And you'll get like half of them that like it, half of them that don't. And then it's like, well, fuck you. You have to live with that one.
Mm-hmm.
But if everyone don't like it, bitch, you
There's
fucking up.
something you got to look into yourself.
Yeah, you fucking up.
Yeah.
You
Check
eliminate
out
the
one of
variables.
those. Steve, watch one of those Kill Tony.
I've seen.
Oh,
it.
you seen Kill Tony?
Yeah.
Okay. Because the awkwardness in between, like when they're not killing, dude, and they don't know what to do, and then Tony's like, he's like, you're at 42, you know, like 42 seconds, like keep going, like I ain't gonna save you.
Yeah. Yeah. We used to tell people that when we ran the show. It was like, I'm gonna light you a minute before. That's typically.
Yeah.
Depending on comedians. Some people like 2-minute lights, but on a 5-minute set, if you get a 2-minute light, it's kind of dumb. So you get a 1-minute light.
Because you probably forget, huh?
Yeah.
By the
Yeah, it's 5 minutes, dog. 1 minute is fine. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the fuck.
what do we do?
Yeah, what are we doing here? You want to get lit at 3 minutes in, dog?
5 minutes is still a long time.
Yeah, this
so-
is halftime.
This is-
What
the fuck? So it was like, dog, you get a 1 minute light, and we would tell them,
Yeah.
either finish a joke, start something else, or you're gonna stand there dumb if you can't time out that last fucking minute. Because if you end that shit at 4:45, you're gonna stand there for 15 seconds until 5.
That's part of the game, right? You got to know how to fill time, right?
Got to know it.
Yeah,
you got to know it.
Because you could improvise for a little bit if you just need to, to fill in. But what are you gonna do?
I will write a joke out and time how long it takes me to say the joke.
It's perfect.
Like you have to know time. Time is huge in comedy.
Time is weird too when you're on stage. Like we were talking about it.
You have to respect it.
Dude, I did a speech. I mean, it wasn't like a stand up or anything, but it was just a speech and I was getting laughs. So I just kept getting more laughs.
Yeah.
And people were coming up to me afterwards like, that was great. That was such a great speech. I was like, I just came off the top of my head. But it was weird because the days before I was just thinking about what I was going to talk about. Mm-hmm. I didn't write anything down because I just couldn't write. But I was like, I'm going to think about different subjects that I'm going to talk about. And then I kind of had an order in my head. Yeah. So I kind of made a set, or at least wrote out my speech in my head. And
you knew your format, where you're going to go.
Yeah. So I knew I was going to talk about this and then this and move to this. And then there's a punchline right here. Because he married a Vietnamese and I married a Korean. And I was like, dude, people are going to start thinking that that's our thing, that's what we're into, dude. We have a problem or something.
We have a problem.
And half the room is Vietnamese and the other room is Mexicans. So they're just both laughing, dude. Because they both get it, the fetishes and all that. It's weird.
I got a problem.
Yeah. And I even heard his wife, she's like, that was a good one. She even said that while I was up there, dude. But no, dude, I swear I was out there for 10 minutes, dude. And then I asked them to send me the clip so I can have it. I just wanted to have the speech. Yeah. And it was 3 minutes, dude. I was like, fuck, dude.
Really?
Dude, I felt like I was out there forever, dude. Because you think you know how long you've been up there, but it's not, right? Time is different up there.
That's where experience comes in.
Yeah.
Because you can't run a light. You run a light for 30 seconds. And you think 30 seconds ain't shit. But if I have a 90-minute show, I have my shit fucking timed out. You go 30 seconds over. The next meeting goes 30 seconds over. Next thing you know, even that was 1 minute. I'm 4 real minutes behind now. It's weird how it works in 5 minutes. So you have to be able to time your shit out and respect the mic. Because, dog, don't run the time on I flash you at a minute. Bitch, get off in a minute. Not a minute 10.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Not 7. That should fuck you up. The shit adds up, man. You have to know time, I think that comes with experience.
Oh yeah,
most definitely.
Yeah, I remember I did the show in California, and I took an Adderall before, and
this is gonna be interesting.
Yeah, and I was supposed to close the show out, and I think I was supposed to do 15 minutes or some shit, and it was still within my first 2 years. So I was like, all right, cool. And I remember I got off stage, and I was like, fuck, I just did 10 minutes. I didn't feel my time. And I was like, damn, you can't do that. You know what I'm saying? I went and talked to the dude. He's like, no, you did 24 minutes. I was like, what? He was like, I didn't care. He was like, he was doing good. He just kept fucking going. But I was like, damn, it was like that. I was like, I thought I did 10. I went up. I was like, my bad, bro. No, I didn't do my full time. He was like,
you did 10. You did 10 extra.
Yeah. You were way the fuck over. Yeah, luckily they didn't shoot me in the foot and wasn't the worst thing that happened. And he was like, yeah, no, you were fucking killing it. So you just kept going.
Do you try to time it at all? Do you use any timers or because I seen one guy looking at his watch or his phone.
Oh, yeah,
sometimes they just have the timer back by the sound booth or lighting booth.
No, only one club that does that mic drop, which is nice.
It is nice, huh?
They'll have the time set for you on the floor, so it's facing you, which is really nice. But sometimes it'll kind of fuck you up. But no, for most of them, I don't. I know my set.
And then you get the light.
You get the light, and I know once you get the light, you hit them with a quick acknowledgement, and it's like, cool, I got 60 seconds. So I know I can get if I'm already in the middle of a joke, then I'm like, cool, I have to rush my closer. Because I know how long my closer is. And I was like, all right, I could kind of cut this, kind of cut that. And then I go, and I'm out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the guy that we were watching last night at Stir Crazy, he had a kimono on. and he's kind of a fun guy. Like
Yeah.
he's from LA.
Okay.
And he was even though he was like, oh yeah, he's like bouncing around, you know, he's like this white dude with the beard, and he's like kind of hippie-ish. Like even though you think he's like all over the place, like he had some energy. He was fun.
Yeah.
But he would look at his phone and be like, oh okay, yeah, oh perfect. Like he knew what time and what like joke he was going to be doing next.
Really?
Yeah, so he had everything timed to do. Like I could tell he was keeping time for himself.
I hate it.
Yeah,
I hate when people look at their phone or look at their notes when you're doing a show.
yeah,
Like if it's a paid show and you look at your notes, like I'm not gonna book you again.
yeah. Because if it's there's a place for that.
It's called an open mic.
Yeah,
Yeah, if you're
Yeah.
doing a show, I book you to be able to at least fill your time.
yeah,
You should know your material.
yeah,
You know, and like when you get good at like when you write jokes, right? Like you're just starting out. So you should be running the same jokes over and over again
yeah.
and just kind of fine tuning them. You should be writing new jokes, yeah, obviously, but you should also just be working on the same jokes. Right.
Yeah, and I feel like he was trying to hit certain stories by certain time, so I think that's what he kept checking.
Yeah.
But
Are you
it was
looking
good. I caught it. That's what he was doing, but I don't think anybody else was noticing.
Yeah. I
But
don't know.
yeah, I just feel like he's a little bit more structured than he actually looks.
Oh, for
So
sure.
that's how I took it.
100%.
I took it like, oh, okay. Even though he's doing all this crazy stuff, he actually has,
Oh, 100%.
yeah, and he even has his tags and everything lined up. Like he knows he's gonna say this when you do this, and and then he's oh, I thought like he has everything.
Everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So I liked it. He's a professional.
Yeah.
But he probably checked it too much though, like you were saying. He probably checked maybe a little bit too much on the phone time. Just kind of go feel it. You know, he was the closer anyways. I mean, or the
headliner.
So
I mean, yeah. I guess it depends on what the character is, you know?
yeah,
Like, does that with the character that they're creating on stage?
I think that's just like his like personality.
Yeah,
Like,
the character. Yeah.
Yeah, he's just that guy. Like he takes like baths. He went in a whole thing about how he loves taking baths.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm 39 years old, and he's like, I don't care. I take a bath. He's like, and he had a whole routine about like he has a little tray table that goes over the middle of the bath, so you can put like cheese and meat and all. Like, dude, he does a whole board for himself.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, man.
He bought a specific pillow off of Amazon that it's 4 tubs, so you can sit in the tub and relax.
Gotta be able to tell a story.
Yeah, and then
paint a picture.
This is so crazy. He lost his mind because like the guy in the front row, he's like, "Come on," he's like, "You, I know you guys think it's weird." He's like, "When's the last time you took a bath?" And he's like, "Actually, I took one before I came." And the guy's like, "No way!" Ah! And then he's just like, he was losing his mind, dude.
Yeah.
He's like, "So you like taking baths too?" And then they just went into a whole thing where he's asking him questions about it.
Some crowd work, man, is like pre-planned.
Yeah,
Which works. When you get
Yeah.
really good, crowd work is tough.
yeah.
It's tough, man. You never know. So I know like some
It's
people.
like another skill.
It's another skill
Yeah.
within. So I know some people that will ask like a specific question, and they ask it so much, like no matter whether you say yes or you say no, I have a response.
Yeah, you've already built like a template.
Yeah.
And you're like, I'm going to do this, and you're going to say this or this.
That's it.
And then we'll go down this way.
Yep. We'll go
Yeah.
this way. I've done this enough, or I've got enough yeses, enough nos. I have this line already kind of
Yeah.
set up, but you think I'm just coming up with it completely
It
off the
feels
top.
organic because I'm making it that way.
Yeah. And you do it enough, and that's what it's about when you're performing.
I guess that's part of the art too. Yeah, make it feel like it's the original, like the first time.
Yeah, especially when you tell a joke enough. Like for me, it was like cool when you start telling a joke long enough where I don't have to think about the wording of the joke. I just have to think about the delivery.
Like the beats on it.
Yeah, like how I want to,
to.
and how I want to deliver it now. And now am I going to add more like shoulder movement to it? Am I going to add more flair? Am I going to add more, you know what I'm saying? I don't have to think about the wording.
Yeah.
I know the wording, and I know where it's going to make it work at. Now I just got to change up how I deliver it to deliver it even better. And that's just saying the same joke over and over again.
How do you remove pieces from your act? Like when you're like, okay, I've been doing this, and then actually I'm gonna take out that third thing. and then put something else? Does it like mess
It's
you
new
up
material.
sometimes?
Yeah.
It messes you up sometimes
Yeah, and it changes your flow a little bit.
because you're trying to fit it in. You're like, should I say it before this or after
does.
I've already talked about this? You know?
Yeah,
like-
and so like even like that book I was telling you, like the comic Bible, it's like when you're working in new material, you kind of want to throw it in the middle of your set, anyways.
okay.
You know, so that way I'll start with like older shit, and that way I'll get you to like me, and I'll get my laughs, and then I'll
Yeah,
try
you build up a rapport.
and then
They-
you drop a new joke, and if it doesn't work, it's like cool, I have material behind it that can fucking help save me,
Yeah.
and then that's how you kind of work that
So you
shit.
kind
in.
of sandwich it in. That makes more sense
You
too.
just structure.
Yeah,
I feel like everything has like a structure, a step by step you have to have, you know,
mm-hmm.
and that's what you got to think about.
Yeah.
So as long as you have the structure, you just start pasting on top of it.
For me, I like to write jokes out in a notepad with a pen versus using my iPhone
Yeah.
and notepad.
Type it out.
I feel I don't remember it as well.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? And then for me, like what I like to do, like when I'm rereading over my joke is like, okay, I'll cross this out. And then I'll add an arrow and I'll bring it over here and then I'll add a new line in here. So then I'll read it. You know what I'm saying? And like that's way like it helps me. And I can't really do that on an iPhone. Like you can go back and like backspace, but I can't see what I wrote before
Yeah.
and compare it to it. If I do kind of want to switch it back or how I'm feeling.
They should have a good app for that too.
Well, they have
Yeah.
devices that are for that. Like they have a type of what do they call it? It's a
Tablet?
shit. No, it's the e-ink. So they have e-ink as, you know, think about it like the freaking Kindle readers and shit.
Yeah.
The
But
pen.
it's actually moved to a whole other technology now where you can do e-ink with like moving things and a constant refresh time. So you can draw with them now. So now you can draw or write and then it's on a nicer LCD display. So you could just flip through it like pages. So they have devices that are pretty much just like
Mimicking.
tablets, but they're mimic a book or a journal.
See, people like technology. I'm like, I want to write it. It's
You
more
want
personable.
pen to paper.
Pen to paper is more
Yeah.
personable for me.
Yeah.
And it helps me remember when I'm actually like writing it out. And then I write my jokes out like word for word, exactly how I would say it until I remember it. Because you're never going to perform it exactly how you write it down. You're gonna forget shit until you perform the joke long enough until you say it the way you want to say it.
Yeah.
And then from there is when I would make bulletins or a
Mm,
set.
Okay.
Where I know like I have like a pussy eating joke. I'll just write pussy eating. And I was like, cool, I know the whole joke. I don't have to write it out now. Yeah.
It goes to PE.
Yeah, nah, I'm nasty, dog. I'm nasty.
Pull nine.
Yeah, pull nine. Yeah, but then you will come up with your joke. And then more that you write it is like, cool, I know the beginning of the joke, I know the end of the joke.
Yeah. Yeah.
And once the end of the joke, then it's just like, cool, you can switch off and hit another topic.
Yeah.
I used to do all my like oral reports like that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't prep for anything. I would just know the content and then just know where I needed to middle, beginning and end.
Pivot.
Beginning, middle, and end. Yeah. Just to move with it.
Speak it out.
Just a pivot.
I used to like flashcards. I remember doing a lot of flashcards in school. And I feel
Did you?
like you could write it all out on one and then kind of flip it in your order. So I don't know. I'll try different things. The tablet I have, the new iPad or whatever, has it has this screen protector you can put on that's like paper. So
Okay.
then you use the stylus as
yeah.
a pen, and then the whole tablet knows that you're in like paper mode or something, and it lets you write out.
Oh, see.
So there you go. You have it numbered,
Yeah, like that would be like my whole. That'd be my
Oh.
set.
and you just
And-
kind of
and-
go over the notes. You're like, okay,
Okay, I know which one it is, and I was like, okay, how I want to go, and I transition them, and I'm writing them out. Which ones flow? Because I like to have a flow to my shit versus like a
Yeah.
one-line comic can talk about one thing and completely something else that really doesn't have a flow. It's the jokes.
See, if you had like some kind of app where you could, so that header is clickable. You could click on it,
That'd be dope. Yeah.
or you could click and drag and be like, no, I want to put it at 5. You know, like
just switch it around or click on it, and then it
you just click
expands
and
that one
hold,
joke.
and then or click on it, it gets linked in, and then now you see the
This is I need to refresh this one joke real quick, and then click back out. That's a good idea.
I think what you just need to do is just record it. Record like the audio. Then you just throw that into ChatGPT to give you a transcript. And then you throw that back into ChatGPT to break it down for you.
Well, now you're doing the expressway, instead of having to type it all out,
Sit on a right.
Well, there's a lot of
have to go back and structure. Then you just
because I was looking it up. There's a lot of transcribing programs now.
Oh yeah,
where you can just put a video in or audio and it'll transcribe the whole thing.
Oh yeah, I use captions for videos.
Yeah,
because you used to have to fucking manually input captions, and that was you guys do a fucking podcast. That shit sucked, and I hate editing, especially doing it on my phone. I was like, God damn it.
Yeah.
What did I just say right here? I'm fucking trying to time it up, bro.
Right.
Oh, that was the fucking worst. Bro, I used to fucking hate it. And I'm like, I'm just not adding it. Either listen to this fucking shit when you can, or don't follow it. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, that's what I do. Try to do things so that it's easier to edit.
Yeah.
Like instead of, because when the cameras record, they record in frames, right? And so it's always off by like one frame, the audio. So you can't sync all three cameras, and there are all three mics. So what I do is I have the profile record just a mic and camera for each individual. Then I remove the audio, and I have a whole other one that records everything. So I time it to that, and then just boom. I can get the individual audio from everybody and make it sound good.
Bro, people charge so much for fucking editing, and then once you do it, it's like, I can see why, dog. It's so the little things. It's tedious as fuck.
Yeah.
Yo, can I hit this?
Go for it, man.
Fuck yeah.
Actually, turn it on. Just hit it. Click it like 5 or 6 seconds.
Oh, it's on.
It's on now.
Okay. But yeah, dude, it's all behind the scenes, kind of the editing of it. We've had growing pains, stuff doesn't get recorded or this or that or whatever. But yeah, it's always like sometimes these cameras have a mind of their own, dude. Dude, like
It's fucking true.
and you know what? I would watch different podcasts, dude. Like even Rogan, dude. One time his audio was fucked up for like half a podcast and shit, dude. Like everybody has problems. It's weird, dude. Like
you know who always has fucking audio? Pat McAfee.
Yeah.
I watch his show like almost every day at work and shit like that.
He's entertaining.
Oh, fucking love Pat, bro.
Yeah.
He's fucking what the sports need.
He's the man, man.
Yeah, he's fucking. They talk about what you want to hear. They talk about.
They're just dudes.
They're just dudes. Like how we are just sitting here chilling now. Yeah. They talk about everything. I appreciate it, and they do it through their lens, and they don't water it down. You know what I mean? So
still respectable about certain things.
But like, bro, their audio sometimes fucking horrible. And it always cuts out. Something's on like, you're fucking Pat McAfee, dog. Get this shit under control.
Mm-hmm. It just shows you how advanced those TV networks were when they didn't have no problems. Like that shit is work.
Yeah.
Like like everybody want to do it themselves now, and that's the age we're in now where anybody can do.
Anybody can.
But it is work. Like those production companies were doing work when you didn't see a hiccup with the Tonight Show, that they were doing work. Like they switched cameras. They know who is going to speak at what position in the show, and they know when to pan to the audience.
That's work.
That's a production. You know about production. It's the same kind of thing, like, yeah. So this is minor production, but it's still like, you got to know what you're doing. We had to figure it out. Like, yeah, it was weird, like in the beginning, but then we're like, okay. And then he figured out a whole system to do it. And then like I've been doing the clips. I've been posting those clips that we have. So like that was a whole, like it took me forever to figure out what the fuck I was clicking on, like once I did, then you know what you're doing. So
yeah, so I would fuck with Apple, the iMovie.
Okay.
That's where I learned how to cut and do like my editing at the time. Mm-hmm. And then now I do it like on shit on my phone, which is easier than doing it on the fucking computer.
The phone can do so much.
I find it the other way around. I'd rather have the big screens.
It's fucking deep water, bro. This shit's fucking hydrating the fuck out of me. Yeah.
You got volcano fucking organs now, dude.
Oh, shit. The baby is bladder.
Yeah, no, that the behind the scenes people don't think about, but it's a real, like it is a production.
No, for real.
And we've been working on it. I think it's been coming out pretty good. Like,
Yeah.
I've been showing this to some people, some of my classmates. They're like, "What is it?" I'll watch, and then so they're subscribing and stuff like that now. So they might check it out. What's up, guys? If you guys watch this, but yeah, they like it. They like what it looks. They like the look of it. They're like, "Oh shit, oh okay," you know. So I think we're doing a pretty good job.
It's working
with this set.
I think so.
Yeah, it's coming along, and it's still coming. We're still innovating, figuring out things, getting better at things. I think we got the mics locked down though, right? I think these mics sound pretty good.
Yeah, no, they're good. I mean,
Yeah.
they're perfect for what we do with them, and we're in a small room, so it's not like.
Mm-hmm. We got good sound in here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then software really just helps you isolate everything anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, with all that now, like we used to have problems with the fan being heard in the background, and then now we can have the fan on.
It's fine.
And it's fine. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You don't hear anything because it cuts it out.
Mm-hmm. Like you barely hear it at all. Like even these mics have like a sound field. So if you go, yeah, and then it stops picking you up, and you're just gone.
You're fading away.
Yeah. At one point, like you're hearing.
Yeah, it stops.
You can't hear.
No, there. That's the point right there. Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah. So it's pretty advanced, which is pretty nice.
Because all it's doing is reading the levels, and then it knows when
as the levels
drop.
Yeah, it can cut the. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So,
man, just think when you had to manually do that shit, dude. Like the old timies, like the 60s or something like that, where they had just like analog everything, dude, and they literally had tapes of audio.
Yeah.
That one must have been crazy, huh? Like cutting film. Like you ever
cutting film and splicing it to the audio.
Yeah, did you ever do any of that? Like
cut film? No.
Yeah, no, you guys never recorded any. Well, that would be more photography, huh? I guess.
I mean, like, yeah, but even then, I mean, dude, I'm not ancient. I grew up in digital age.
They still have. What's up, man?
Bladder empty.
No,
they still have photography class where they teach people how to do prints. So
prints are not going away. You know,
they're just artistic,
right?
Yeah,
but I mean, for film, it's the improvement over time.
Yeah.
So being able to have better quality images, and I mean, we've gone beyond like tape and everything now. It's all digital.
Yeah, yeah. So I think there's still a few directors like to film with actual film, but yeah, it's just one of those one-off things now.
I mean, if you go to school for it, they're not going to teach you the old shit. You know?
Huh?
It's a real pigeon carrier type shit.
Right.
The evolution, like.
Yeah, we're just talking about like cutting film. Like, it's crazy. Like you watch like Fight Club. Remember when he's like doing the cinema and he's like putting the film together? I'm like,
he adds a frame of something. You don't know.
It has to be all digital now.
Like the kids movie.
And it's funny that as we improve on things, they end up looking like the same way.
Then we crave the old look, you know?
Yeah. Like think about when cameras went digital, right?
We were all about digital.
They were still making digital cameras look like handheld cameras, and they'd have the round bump in them still because people expected it. And but that round bump was for the film, which you don't need anymore.
No.
So it's like what happens to the camera? We still keep the same design because that's what we're used to.
Yeah, Polaroid had a whole instant film, you know, that would pop out right after you take the picture, and then it kind of died off as digital got popular. But now people want it back. Now they have all those cameras.
Exactly.
I bought one for my daughter for Christmas 2 years ago.
That shit, dude.
And it does look like the exact same shit that we used to have. It was like,
the technology's still there. Like,
just cooler.
It's just got, you know, now you can get better lenses.
Yeah, and there's still the digital LCD screen on the back or whatever, so you know what you're doing and this and that and so.
The first time you could get a camera and you could see the picture right away, how fucking cool was that?
Oh yeah.
Oh
Remember
yeah,
that
dude.
shit?
We were like, oh shit.
Fuck, I can do that?
Or the handheld cameras, you just put like a little VHS in there, and you
Oh,
start recording.
Flip phones started having cameras in them.
Oh, the first time you could put a picture on there?
And they all had weird different ways of like opening and closing the camera. Like they had shutters. They weren't just always available. Like you'd have to move the shutter and then
That's
put
true.
the phone differently to get you.
Yeah, I remember it was a manual shutter. I remember that.
Fucking.
Now it's all digital.
Yeah,
you
now
can't
it
touch
doesn't
nothing.
matter. Like the glass that they use isn't going to get damaged as easily.
Yeah.
Before they had no way of keeping it safe.
Yeah, other than a
With a
shutter.
And they're thinking about traditional cameras where they have that feature. You can close the lens, open the
You
lens.
want to cover your lens, right?
Yeah.
Always.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so we design things like that.
It's like we get old and then we just want new shit. And then we get so much new shit. We want the old shit, but newer.
But
You know,
the
like-
same. I want it to be same, but just not as bad to
But
get
if you
to.
start making a dramatic change in it during that initial like transition phase of technology, then your consumer is more likely to not go on board with it because of the way they're used to seeing things. So if they don't like the new design of this because then they could do whatever they wanted now, then your consumer starts to feel like, oh, that's weird. That's not what I'm used to. So
you know what's the craziest one? Or not the craziest one, but the one that I like is a good example is like my dad had high socks, right?
mhm.
So like when dude, remember low socks, dude?
Yeah.
Yeah, hide that shit, dude. I don't even want you to know I'm wearing socks, dude. Like,
Not at all.
They should be so low you can see my ankles.
And
You
I
know?
was so dumb. I'd buy tube socks and then fucking
Yeah, you
pull it
fold
all the
them
way
onto
down.
your foot and you're stepping on more sock like the whole
remember.
day.
Shit.
Yeah, no. Now these kids want long socks again.
They want like
the long
huge,
socks
big
came back.
socks.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah. All the youngsters, they're all
And the
long
kids,
socks.
they all
dude.
wear like
right, At-
sweaters and hoodies all the time
Oh,
now.
in the summer, it's so annoying.
Yeah, it's
It's like, dog, you're fucking hot.
it's 114 degrees. You're gonna die.
Yeah. But then in the wintertime, they don't wear them.
Yeah, right.
I just need a t-shirt. I'm
Yeah.
good.
What the fuck is wrong with you? Yeah, we get that all the time coming into a barber shop. You're like, dog, you're hot.
You wearing shorts and a hoodie.
Yeah, you're hot, dog.
And
What
sandals.
are you doing? I was like, oh, I don't have a shirt on underneath. You're gonna fucking pass out.
Yeah, first of all, that's gross.
Yeah, nasty, bro. Fucking.
And the kids would go like
I don't
fucking play
smell-
soccer or some shit. In
I don't want that puff of air to come out from your armpit. dude.
Oh,
Like,
fucking nasty.
What's wrong?
But I talk shit. But then I remember, like, in our day, fucking, you wear jersey shorts underneath your jeans.
oh, we had layers, dude. We were ready to play ball at all
any
time.
I never understood that. I never did that.
Oh, bro, I've always.
I think
did.
it missed you. Like by the time you were coming up.
No,
like
I
the-
remember it.
Oh, they were still doing
Yeah,
it.
they're still doing it.
Okay,
But I never understood why.
it was to play basketball.
And it's
random
like-
basketball game.
Yeah, you never knew when you were gonna ball.
No,
man.
the people I saw were just doing it for fashion.
Well, I mean,
Because
that's
I had someone explain it to me like, oh, yeah, it's so that you don't see his underwear when he wears his pants so low.
there was a fashion aspect.
And then
to
it's
it.
like, but why then wear your pants so low if you're concerned about that?
Yeah, I don't know. I
I never
it.
did that. Yeah, I never did that.
I never did it for fashion. I did it for fucking. I'm not gonna carry around my basketball shorts with me all day.
I just wear them.
I'm just gonna wear them underneath my jeans and
We'll ball after school.
yeah,
Yeah.
person to go pop up somewhere and then it's bam.
Your convenience fashion and for your generation turned into just fashion to mine.
Yeah.
By the time you guys hit, you
By the
guys
time
didn't
we
even
were
know
there,
why.
it's like, oh,
You
this is
didn't
cool
know.
to wear like this.
By the time it hit, you guys were just like following the
Yeah,
trend. You're like,
exactly.
I guess we're all doing. Mom, I need some basketball shorts.
I need basketball shorts to wear underneath.
She's like, you don't play basketball. Just give me the shorts. I need the shorts. You don't understand.
Yeah, they said there's a chance for a random basketball game today, and I just need to be ready. You don't play.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I had a friend that would do that, and he didn't play basketball; he played video games.
That's
Hey.
funny. I never heard of that.
Hey, that's just comfortable when you're gaming too. It's got air pockets.
Just air.
It's got
Just take them off real quick, gaming them, put the jeans back
Oh
on.
yeah,
yeah. If you got to go back outside, you're like, all right, let me throw my jeans on.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
every generation's fucking.
especially at someone's house with like a leather couch or some shit. And you're all hot, sweaty.
Stuck to that couch, man.
Oof.
In Arizona, you get stuck.
Yeah,
That's why it's dangerous to get leather seats here too, man. You get in that car, you're like, ha, ha. You know, like,
nobody wants that.
Bro,
if you don't got tinted
Fuck, I get-
windows,
I've got burn marks. Like I've been branded by my seatbelt clip, man.
Oh yeah. Remember they put plastic on the couches?
Yeah,
That was the move too.
that was the thing because they wanted to preserve the niceness of your couch.
Yeah, I always thought you just ever think
So
because
it's
grandma
like
was a
looks.
squirter.
We'll never know.
Never know. But yeah, it preserved it, but it was like, dog, that's so fucking uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I'm gonna buy a couch and put plastic on it. You cheap bastard. Like, you're gonna have to buy a new one eventually.
It's all marketing, you know. Someone says like, "Oh, you protect your couch."
This is not
It's
related.
important. Did
but
you know so much dirt and shit gets on your couch? Oh my gosh! And then
Yeah.
let's sell
the
you some
germs.
plastic.
And now the germs are just on the plastic. So I mean,
Yeah.
you know, like, what are we doing here?
I'm gonna buy this couch and it's gonna be uncomfortable so I can last longer for me not to enjoy the comfortability
Yeah,
of
I'll
it.
just sit on plastic. That's awesome.
And
you know?
sweat, bro. It's fucking Arizona.
Yeah, there's no breathability with plastic. But yeah, no, it made me think of Cat Williams. I don't know why. When he was talking about he was just on Theo's podcast and he's like, you know, they say man's G-spot is in your asshole. He's like, I guess I'm gonna die not ever knowing what that feels like. Cat's always cat, man. Like,
Bro, Cat's fucking hilarious.
I was like, oh my god, dude.
Him and Ocho Cinco.
Ocho Cinco was just on Theo too.
Was he?
Yeah. I just saw a clip of him on there, and Ocho Cinco's being Ocho Cinco, man.
It's Ocho fucking Cinco.
He went to the Trump inauguration, dude. I think he's on Theo's podcast with a Trump shirt on.
Really?
Yeah.
Ocho Cinco's fucking hilarious. Dog.
He's just gonna be Ocho Cinco, man. You can't tell him what to do. At this point, I don't even think it's CTE, man. I think he's hit a whole new level. You know, like he just is this guy.
Well, he don't have CTE. The motherfucker's hilarious. He changed his name to Ocho Cinco because he wanted to put the name on the back of his jersey because that's his jersey number.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Dude, I'm so fucking stupid. It's not Ocho Cinco that was on Theo. It was Antonio Brown.
Oh, okay.
Antonio Brown was just on. He's the one that went to the Trump inauguration.
Okay.
Antonio Brown.
Antonio
Yeah.
Brown.
I don't know
Antonio
why,
Brown is
dude.
hilarious,
I
bro.
think of both of them for some reason. But yeah, no, it was Antonio Brown.
He's hilarious.
He's another one. Like, he is Antonio Brown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know what he was like before because he never really went public. It could be the hits, but at the same time, you don't know what he's like in the locker room. If he was funny and he was that guy that said that
He
shit.
seemed like he was always that guy. He was always crazy on the football field.
Yeah.
He's always dancing and shit, you know? Like,
Yeah. Yeah, they should have known when he fucking went and kicked that dude on the punt return for no fucking reason.
oh, because he missed a kick or whatever? Or what was it?
No, remember he was on punt return. He was returning it, and he could have just kept going left and scored the touchdown. But he's seen somebody right there and just jumps up and fucking kicks him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking
Okay,
hilarious.
yeah, maybe he does have CTE. I'm coming back to the CTE thing.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I
Yeah, he
remember.
was crazy then, bro.
He had questionable. He did take off all his clothes and walked off the field when he was with the Buccaneers. That was his last game. He
Yeah.
said bye to everybody and he took his pads off.
It was in the middle of a play.
What the fuck?
They were still playing.
They were
still
playing on the
playing?
other side. Yeah.
He just
Yeah.
left the game because they pulled him out of the game and like he was getting into it with the coach or something and like
He felt like they were going to rob him of his bonus. He needed a certain amount of yards, and they weren't throwing to him.
so he's like, fuck it, I'm out of here.
So it's
And
like-
he took his shoulder pads, helmet off, and shirtless, just waving to the fans and like running to the locker room.
Yeah. The play's like over here, and he's like on this side exiting and fucking, waving to him and shit. And they said that they didn't know until they looked up, like in between the play, and you seen Antonio Brown shirtless.
In the Buccaneers stadium.
Just
like,
throwing all this shit right there on the field.
Oh, yeah, that was, he
just on the
quit.
side. Yeah, he didn't throw it on the field, but he
So he
he
threw
was
it all
walking
off
around
first.
to the field. Yeah, he was on the sidelines doing all this shenanigans. The
Yeah.
camera's just panning to him because they're like, "What is he doing?"
Yeah, but he like walks, it looks like around the end zone.
yeah,
like,
he has
again,
to walk on the outside of the field, and yeah, it was
They're
funny.
playing on the other. Dog, fucking
He still
hilarious.
respected the field.
Yeah, he don't want to mess up the game, but he's out of there.
I'm out.
Nobody leaves mid-game, dude. You know how disrespectful that shit is? Like,
Oh yeah.
the guy in the 49ers did that.
Yeah.
Remember? He's like, I don't want to play or something like.
Yeah, he
That
doesn't.
fool literally is not playing no more. Like they cut him from the team, and
Yeah, you should. You're just not gonna quit mid fucking game.
you can't. That's the ultimate disrespect, like especially your team and stuff like that.
I forgot there was another player that did it too. He just came out and he was just like, "I'm done." I think he retired.
Yeah,
This-
there's been a couple guys that have been retiring now, young.
Just like,
Like-
retired and was like, "I'm not. I don't care if I'm not gonna get another team because I'm done with football. I've been doing
Yeah.
this for a while." But that guy felt like he's still young, and it's like you just ruined your fucking career.
Yeah, there's been a couple guys only second, third year. They're like, nah, I'm done. It's like, yeah. But you know what? Like, if you don't want to play, don't go out there. Like, that's better. Just quit. Like, get out of here. You know, like, because you don't want to stay when you don't want to be there. That's worse. Like being
It's-
on the team and you
It's
don't
tough
want to
on
be
your
there.
body.
Like, either do it or don't do it, because it's hell, man. Those guys are in pain.
Yeah,
Like, you know what the injury, like, the injury rate is in the NFL? It's 100%.
100%. Well,
yeah.
I guess that makes
100%.
sense.
Everybody's gonna get hurt.
Yeah.
Like, it don't matter like how old you are, how young you are, you're gonna get hurt.
What you
Like,
call it? We have a dude that used to play for the Eagles that comes into the shop, and he was like a tight end, and
Yeah.
but he talks about like so much stuff you don't really think about. He's like, I lived in a hotel for 6 months because I didn't know if I was gonna make the team, and like they would like cut you and then they get you back on the team and like the practice squad and stuff. But he said Luke Kuechly hit him, and he's like, I ain't never been so hit so hard in my life. He broke my rib. He was like, they'll give you a shot, and he was
he's
like,
a linebacker. He was a linebacker.
one of the best linebackers. He was like, they give you a shot, and he was like, you really don't feel nothing. He was like, for 8 hours. He was like, but hour 9, you feel everything.
Oh, it just hits you like a rush, too.
Yeah, and he was like, you feel it. He's like, I still have to get my shit adjusted from how him rocking them.
They were just talking to George Kittle at the Super Bowl shows that they've been doing because they're in Louisiana right now. So they got all kinds of NFL players just hanging out, like talking to the press and stuff about their season. NFL Network's talking to everybody, and they had Kittle on, and he was talking. She's like, "Oh my gosh!" She's like, "You had one of the greatest catches of the season." You know, she's like, "Tell me about this catch," and he goes, "Yeah." He goes, I ran the route, he's diagramming the whole play and stuff. And then he's like, yeah, he's like, that's where I broke my ribs. He's like, but I'm good, and then I caught the ball and then like, yeah, he's like, yeah, I remember how I broke 3 ribs right there. He's like, he's just casually bringing up, he broke 3 ribs on that play because he got hit after that catch. Yeah.
Yeah, science.
It's just part of the game. You just deal with the pain.
People
Like-
have to realize, like, bro, and there's so much science nowadays. You're just making the body the absolute best. You're already an athlete like that.
They have the best in the world, the doctors, best trainers in the world. They know exactly how your body works.
Yeah, exactly. Because I remember, we were younger, it was like bigger, faster, stronger. Well, yeah, now motherfuckers are bigger, faster, stronger.
They keep getting bigger, faster,
Stronger. And you're fucking colliding with another human.
Yeah.
People are running 24 miles an hour now. You know, like when they're tracking them and shit. And you're coming at me full speed, and all you do, your entire job is just to work out. And you're just
all
smacking.
muscle. This is when I kind of realized like they're different kind of humans. I was watching I was watching Hard Knocks, and they were doing workouts at a pool. So they had all the linemen, everybody just jumping in this pool and fucking running. You know how they run on the bottom of the pool floor to kind of get their like running
Resistance,
motions and like it's resistance, and it's a good workout. And they grabbed one of the coaches. He's a big guy, like he's probably former NFL, whatever.
Yeah.
2 linemen picked him up like a child and fucking threw him. Not like nothing, dude. Like imagine trying to pick up a normal human being. They're heavy, like a normal man size, right? You would have to like, no, they picked him up and flinged him like he was a child into the pool, dude. These guys are super strong. Like these are ridiculous people.
It's just like UFC fighters.
Yeah, the same thing. They can take amounts of damage that you don't even understand. They just keep the normal punches that would knock somebody out. They're just like, all right, let's go.
Let's go,
like-
bro. It's crazy. You ever realize that? Like, have you ever seen like one of the clips where they have like a UFC fighter and the interviewer's like, "Hey, just kick me at like 10%." and you see them, and it just looks like a tap, and they're just like, oh my god, and they like break down, and they'll show big bruises.
A day later, their leg is a bruise.
No, I've never seen that.
Yeah,
No?
they've been having these reporters and stuff do it. Like this one girl did it. She just got little tap from Alex Pereira. Little tap.
Yeah.
It didn't look like anything. She showed the next day, half of her leg was bruised from that kick.
Did you see when Strickland kicks her?
Strickland kicked her too.
Yeah.
Strickland's an animal, dude.
That dude's a beast. So she's like he's like giving kind of like a class and like how to protect yourself from like a front kick or something, right?
Yeah.
And then he fucking front kicks her. And he was like, you should turn to the side. He was like, if she would have paid attention to anything I would have said, she would have known and not been like this. And she's like, why would you kick me? And he just goes on with the fucking teaching the class as she's down there, dog. It is pretty funny.
Dude, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
He's crazy, man.
But no, yeah, you'll see it. And
He's a different human too.
yeah.
He puts his own clips on Instagram. Like he just showed a clip of him talking shit to another guy in a car. He's like, let's get out and fight. Let's get out and fight right now. He's like, you gonna pull out a gun? He's like, let's fight.
Yeah, he seems like a dickhead, bro.
Yeah, he wanted to fight this guy next to him. And the guy, he's like, oh, you're gonna shoot me with your gun? He's like, I got one too. He's like, let's just fight.
Let me just fight this UFC.
Yeah,
fucking
this
champion.
other guy's like, yeah, I'm gonna fight Sean Strickland. I don't think so, dude. Like, I think I'll keep this gun.
I'm gonna keep this gun. That's what you get them for UFC fighters.
Yeah, these are different kind of humans, man. These,
Agreed.
They fight for a living, so they're just amped up. And he's getting ready for a fight too.
They fight tonight.
Fuck, they fight right now.
Yeah, Duplessis.
Yeah, let's see what's going on, man. What are we at right now?
150.
Almost 2 hours, dude. How'd that feel? Did it feel like 2 hours?
Yeah, no.
No.
It went by. It went by, huh?
Yeah.
That's good, man. We had a good conversation there.
Yeah, it's always just conversation.
Yeah.
It just
We don't
keeps
really
on
have a
moving.
topic, but whatever you see the twists and the turns, like
Just go wherever.
we didn't say like talk about your stand up. You just brought it up. Like it just came out in conversation. Like,
Conversation.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what we do. We'll have you back, man. I'll bring a sticker next time. You can put your shit on our table.
Nice.
Right here. Oh, you got some stickers in there? Yeah, if you want to pick one of those, man, put it on our table.
Nice.
Look at this.
Bird.
I got some different stickers on my side. I got a Kobe. Some shit. I got some Trejo tacos.
You know what?
But yeah, we'll get you back on, man. You can tell us about some more stories. I'm sure you got more stories, man.
Yeah, appreciate
From
y'all.
those nights, those late nights in Arizona. But yeah, man, it's growing, man. I like how this shit's growing, like the scene's growing, like the people are cool, like
Yeah.
it's fun.
Get into it. I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'll come out and support you, man. It's writing,
Yeah.
having a good buddy like this, you know what I
Yeah.
mean, to bounce things off of.
Yeah.
Always giving you tags, just in conversations, which is cool. You know what I mean? It's one word can change your entire shit.
Mm.
And when you are just riffing with your boy and shit like that, says something, it's like, it's still my joke, but you just help me make my joke funnier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I
Which
feel
is
like
cool.
it's all kind of connected. So like we're on here. I want to be funny anyway. So like,
Oh, yeah.
so I'm gonna do improv. Like I figured it'd help that too. Like
It
just
will.
coming up with stuff on
Quick.
Yeah, like
Quick. Get your
on
mind
beat.
going.
Yeah. But yeah, man, thanks for coming on. You've been a great guest. We'll have you back, man.
Hey,
anytime.
appreciate y'all.
Yeah, we'll get something scheduled. We'll have we have our podcast where we talk about Star Wars. So we have a guy that's another expert.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
We have
it's
Star
my
Wars
it's my
expert.
brother-in-law Ricky, and
That's
We
dope.
go for like 3 hours on that.
yeah, we go long sometimes. They go deep.
Really?
I'm just on the
The
sidelines.
longest has been
Like I kind of know, I kind of know some things.
Yeah.
so
Most
I just
of it's
pepper
dead
in.
air.
I just pepper in whatever I
you
can.
know this.
Right.
Yeah, they know. They go so deep. They're-
Yeah, me and him will go. We'll just go.
They
we'll
do
talk.
Doctor Who too.
Yeah,
they know.
Doctor
I don't know
Who.
if you ever watched
And he'll
Doctor
just
Who.
sit there like,
Okay.
Uh,
Word. But I'll ask questions.
He does.
Like, yeah, because then I'm like the outsider that doesn't
it's
know what
Matt
you guys
Smith.
are.
Don't know.
Matt Smith, you got it.
Matt Smith. That was his name, Matt Smith.
See, when you stop thinking about it,
Stop
just
thinking about it. It came.
it just comes to you.
Yeah.
Matt Smith was the
11th
character.
Doctor. And what we're talking about is he's the guy in House of Dragons.
Okay.
What character is he playing in House of Dragons?
He's one of them Targaryens, the uncle, I think.
Targaryen.
Oh, the main
Unker.
one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Damon.
Damon. Yes, he plays Damon.
You know the names.
He knows. He watches it.
Yeah, I watch House of Dragons, bro. I fucks with I really did like the Game of Thrones series.
That actor is a phenomenal actor. He's a British actor, and he's done so many interesting roles. I don't remember that last Terminator movie that they did.
Yeah.
Well, he was one of the bad guys in that, and he played it really well. But
Okay.
and then of course he did Doctor Who for like 6 years or something like that.
I never seen it.
He's a British actor.
Yeah, Doctor Who is a sci-fi show
It's that
from
right there too.
the 60s. It's been on since the 60s.
That box.
Yeah, it's British sci-fi.
Oh, I was
Uh,
like, no, that's Star Wars.
It's about
Okay,
this
that makes sense.
alien who calls himself the Doctor. Like, that's his name, Doctor. So people are always like, who are you? Doctor. Well, Doctor Who. That's the joke.
Ah.
No?
That's how you got Doctor Who. Okay.
Yeah, and
I,
so-
I didn't even know that.
Yeah,
I
that's-
didn't know that.
That's why it's always like Doctor Who. And then,
That became his name.
that's the thing.
Okay.
So his name was always Doctor, but that's why they call it Doctor Who.
Word.
Yeah. And then, so what he does is that box is just a police box, right? And so the show's been on since the 60s. I think it came out 63. And what they do is they travel in time and space. So it's a spaceship, but it's also a time machine. And in the 60s, to cut cost on effects, what they did was say, oh yeah, my spaceship actually has a chameleon circuit, so it can adjust to the environment. So whenever I travel in time, it'll look like a sphinx if it's in Egypt or whatever. It adapts so that people don't look at it. And so he crash landed in 1960s British, London. Those police boxes were very common. This is before they had like cop cars and shit. So they would lock the thieves and criminals that they catch inside a fucking police box. And then someone would come by and pick them up.
Oh, that's
So
funny.
that's how they arrested people to stay on the streets and shit.
Nice.
So those were everywhere. So it was easy to like say that's the spaceship and it's stuck that way because the chameleon circuit broke during the crash landing. And then they have this whole set on the inside. And so the joke is that it's bigger on the inside. So people come into his spaceship and it's like a whole fucking size of a house, right? And they're in there with him. But you walk out and they're walking out of that police box, which just looks like a telephone box. So it's always like, it's bigger on the inside the first time they go in. It's like, how did you do that? It's like, oh, it's Time Lord technology. It's my alien peoples.
My alien people. Makes sense. I'm cutting costs, dog.
Yeah.
So what season are they on?
Oh, shit. I want to say that they just got a new doctor. They're headed into season, because this is Doctor 13, 14? No, we had 12, 13, 14. He's like technically Doctor 15 or 18, but I think they're on Doctor 14. And in this, they rebooted the way they tell the story. So it's been on for 60 years. And the reason that it's been on for 60 years is
I ain't never heard
because-
of it in 60 years.
Yeah, it's hugely popular in London. It's like a thing you just grow up with.
Wow.
Like everybody just knows it. So, but the reason it's been on so long and it can be on so long is that main doctor, the guy, when they want to recast him, they just say that his species has this ability to regenerate. So once he dies, he regenerates on a molecular level so he can come back looking like someone else and have someone else's personality. So his personality change, everything changes, which is their way of being able to put another actor in and let them figure out the character themselves.
They have no ways to cut costs.
Yeah.
That's dope.
So that's how it's been going for so long. And so now you get a lot of famous British actors have appeared in Doctor Who. People start off there as extras or they guest star in it. And a lot of them come out of that. Like you'll see them there. Andrew Garfield was in an early Doctor Who episode. He's the guy who played Spider-Man the second time.
He was also in Social Network.
Oh, yeah, Social
I
Network.
suck with fucking pop culture. I'm like, you say Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire.
Yeah, the one after that. Remember when they rebooted?
When he was emo?
Yes. No. So when they got rid of Toby, it was the 2000s Spider-Man, like the late 2000s.
Oh, okay.
If you saw his face, you know.
Yeah.
Probably.
It was a Spider-Man where the commercials were like in first-person view of Spider-Man climbing on fucking shit.
I'll pull him up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you'll know it. You see it.
Yeah.
There's like, they have the 3.
But yeah, Doctor Who.
Did you
if
see
go
like
to-
that latest Spider-Man movie, the Spider one where there's 3 Spider-Men all together?
I haven't watched it yet.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh shit! You should
Yeah.
watch it. It's fun.
They say I like the Spider-Man series.
Mm-hmm.
I even like the cartoon version.
They came out with a new cartoon that follows the artwork of a
okay.
comic, so it's like you're watching a comic.
Yeah.
But it's a whole new Spider-Man story, which is cool.
I know.
You've seen him in movies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, he did Hacksaw Ridge. I think he won an award for that. It's the one where he's
Christopher Nolan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so. And he's this guy,
I
a
like
real guy
movies.
in the World War II who did not want to.
He was a medic.
Yeah, but he was a pacifist, so he didn't carry a gun. He just wanted to be there with a medic, and the whole time he was arguing with the army because he's like, I don't want to train with a gun, and they're like, you have to train with a gun. He's like, I refuse. I'm gonna be a medic. I don't need a gun. You have to be able to protect yourself. It's like I could protect myself in different ways, but I don't.
Oh,
need
I heard a
gun.
story about that guy.
Yeah. And so then he saved all of his the majority of his squad when they were ambushed on Hacksaw Ridge, and he was able to get them all down quietly
Never fired
without
a
getting
shot.
shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, and never fired a shot.
Yeah,
Fuck
it's,
that.
it's
You're
a
gonna-
true story too.
It
is.
Yeah.
I know they made a show about it.
No, they did a movie, and
Oh, it's a
he
movie?
yeah,
Oh, okay.
he played it. It was a good role. He does really
I have to
well.
watch that. I don't care that I'm still mad at you, bitch. You better get this rifle.
Fuck
outta here.
Stop arguing with me and take this gun.
Bitch, you better take this gun. We at war.
They took it to military court.
You
or
do
some shit.
whatever you want.
I'll
Point it
give a
at yourself.
fuck.
Like
You carry this bitch because I don't
shoot
need
your foot, shoot a bug. I don't care.
This works 1 out of fucking
Yeah.
3 billion soldiers. Carry one, dog. I'm not taking my chances at your bitch ass.
Pacifist.
Oh, yeah. He was a pacifist and super religious.
Yeah.
So he was just like, I'm going to go out there.
Yeah.
And if God wants me to live, I'm going to live.
Fuck that. I don't
Yeah,
want you on
the
my
funny side of it is
I don't want you on my fucking
to be
team,
the other
bitch.
guy, be
yeah,
like,
no.
this motherfucker don't want to have a gun, and I gotta be with him.
I gotta be with dog. I'm not fucking
What are you
going
gonna
with
do
this
when
guy.
you see somebody throw a rock at him?
Bitch, you're gonna scream? You think your whistle's gonna help us? No.
Yeah, you got my
Yeah.
back. What are you gonna do on my back?
And they were all pissed off at him, throughout the whole
rightfully-
fucking story.
Rightfully
there.
fucking so, dog.
Until
Yeah.
he saved every single one of their lives.
Yeah, because he wasn't shooting nobody.
Yeah, bro, dog, 'cause he was.
He wasn't goddamn shooting nobody.
Yeah. Fuck
He would have
that.
been dragging me like, you motherfucker.
You motherfucker. I
If
gotta
you
put
would have
my-
just took that goddamn gun, like
Bro, that's
one more person could have been shooting back. You know,
one more. Granted, it worked out that time, but
Thank you, but also
I'm not taking my chance. You know? Yeah, somebody's run a 4 minute, under 4 minute mile before. I'm not trusting just
Yeah.
random guy to do this too.
yeah. Question: why doesn't he have a gun?
Facts. Hold on, bitch.
He doesn't
Wait,
want
can I
He's the
switch
medic.
partners?
He's
Like,
the medic, so
yeah.
and
They can shoot too.
you got
They're
arms,
supposed
right?
Yeah. I don't need you to shoot the full time, bitch. You better
Yeah.
pop a couple.
Just shoot at the tree. I don't care. Like just
Fuck.
Make a distraction for me.
Yeah.
Just at least.
scare him if you need to.
Fucking don't load it, dog. Just make me feel safe. Like, fucking just have the shit in there.
Just point it at them. They won't know if you're shooting or not.
At all. You would know subconsciously.
We're all
Yeah.
shooting.
No, fuck that. Get a gun, bitch. I'll hit the shit. I'll fuck you up.
Dude. Yeah. Hacksaw was kind of an asshole.
Yeah, bro. He's a piece of shit. Fucking no.
But he made up for it in the end.
He made up for it, bro.
Yeah.
He made up for it, but
For sure,
that
man.
He was there.
behavior shouldn't be condoned.
We should
No.
not have
No.
been.
Yeah.
He is the anomaly.
Yeah. This
There's
is
no exceptions.
We
He's
should
the
not have
anomaly.
been rewarding this kind of behavior.
behavior at all with the movie, bro.
You got a
No.
person like this every 1,000 years. Like, we can't help it.
We can't help it.
Hacksaw,
Yeah.
get your ass.
Fucking, it just happened to work once.
Oh, jeez.
I'm not running this back. Pick this shit up.
Yeah, dude. But yeah, they did do a good job though.
They did. It was a phenomenal movie. He's a great actor.
It was pretty entertaining. But now that I think about it, yeah.
Yeah, fuck out of here.
Sometimes you forget to put yourself in the other people's position. You just put it in your main character, you know, like you become the main character. You're like, oh, what would he do? Oh, I can't believe he did that.
I can't believe it worked.
Another one. He's dragging another guy. Like,
Yeah, no.
so you're just like kind of marveling, and then you forget to think about the behind the scenes. You know who does that good too is a Family Guy. They're like you know how you seen the Star Wars, there always be guys in the background. They'll pan to the guy in the background. He's like, oh, I don't know, I'm just supposed to push these buttons. Like,
the shit you don't think about. Yeah,
just the behind the nobody,
Like
the background guys.
Well, that's what made Kevin Smith famous was in his movie Clerks. The biggest thing was that he had people talking like normal ass people. Because before that, you know, you had movies where they wanted to talk about the idea of a person. He was just filming himself, like a conversation he would have.
Yeah.
And so they had a conversation about the Death Star. And the guy's like, you know what, man? I feel like we need to talk about it was a big fucking insurance claim. And it's like, what do you mean? No, it's a Death Star. He's like, no, I think it was rigged. I mean, think about it. You got just the one hole there. And think about all the people who are on the Death Star. Like, they're all dead. You imagine you come into work and the problem too is that this thing was still being built. So it's just like a construction worker coming in. You don't even want to fight for the galactic empire. You're just trying to do fucking plumbing or roofing and shit. And then you got this other guy in the background who's like, yeah, my uncle's a roofer. And then so it's like, yeah, so the Death Star is a tragedy.
yeah. It's like watching Superman get thrown through a fucking building. It's like, bitch, fuck all these people.
So now you paint Luke as like a fucking terrorist.
Pretty much.
Right.
Yo.
Yeah. But
Where's a good taco spot? I'm getting hungry.
Oh shit. If it's, I don't think it's open. Oh, you.
We'll find one for you. Let's close it out, man. We'll look up some spots. There's some close by.
Yeah. But if there is one to go to, it is Don Taco. And I think they're open till 8:30. No, they close. I think they are open till 8:30 now.
That's cool.
But they just don't update it there. If you want to try it, it's right down the street. It's on Baseline 51st.
Is it Rosie's?
No, Don Taco.
No, Don Taco.
Yeah, it'll probably show closed, but I remember seeing the sign posted on their door that said that they were now open later.
Never mind. Sorry. I'm looking up locations near me in Avondale.
Why does your
cool.
phone
I'll
think
find
you're
a
an
spot.
addict?
I was like, oh shit. Well, all right, never mind. All right. I don't know what I'm talking about.
All right. Well, this has been Digital Cortex. As always, I am ThicccWick. That's Randomstylez. And thank you again to our special comedian guest, Phillip Jewell.
Hey. Appreciate y'all for having me, man.
And the last thing I guess we should ask is, like, do you have a show coming up or something that people can go to?
Yeah, man. I will be at hold on, let me check these dates real quick. I'll be forgetting that shit.
No, we'll promote it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no. I'll be headlining a show coming up. Oh, I'll be at Stand Up Live hosting New Faces on February 26th.
Right.
And then I have a headlining show coming up. I forgot the goddamn date. Hold on. No, it's actually my pictures. Hold on. Oh, that one's not it. Bam, here it is. At the Metalhead Club on 1400 South McClintock, March 8th.
Was that like Tempe, Mesa?
Yeah, Tempe. So I'll be out in Tempe, March 8th. The Metalhead MC on McClintock Ave.
All right.
Yeah, we'll be dropping 30
Dude,
minutes.
Tempe's getting bigger too, man. They're building all those. They want to build like so many.
Tempe can only go up now.
But they have some land around the Tempe Town Lake that they want to put like 700 houses or something like that.
Because they're
Tempe's
landlocked right now. They can't grow.
They can't expand.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Because you got
The city's
Scottsdale,
just
you got
stuck.
all the Phoenix.
It's right in there.
They're just boxed in.
Yeah.
There's nowhere for them
So
to go.
all they could do is go up,
Yeah.
like literally.
But they're gonna make they're gonna put a Ferris wheel over there by Tempe Town Lake. I heard. Yeah, they're doing.
For
big
what it's
things.
worth, Tempe handles their city very well, and they have services for their residents that, like, you know, just kind of seems. Well, how come more cities don't do this type of stuff? You know.
And they've cut back on the amount of flashers too.
Oh yeah.
So they got homeless guys just flashing people.
But yes, no, man. Thank y'all for having me.
Yeah.
I do appreciate it.
All right, man.
All right. Well, till next time.
Later.